But what the explanation for this would be that sometimes, like at the latest rest, when we leveled up effectively and took a load off and
All the
everyone relaxed, and yes, no, he has seen Finger Muncher. He doesn't trust Finger Muncher. Gesh
Nobody
seems
does, really.
just to swear that Gesh is fine. It's Finger Muncher that's really the villain here, and Liam is not sure about that. But Gesh might be right. The dragon is weird, so he said he needs someone to spy on that Finger Muncher. He can't do it himself because he's slippery and sneaky, and he goes away places. So he needs someone or something to do that, and he did then recall that he had seen some of the Eldritch Knights of the Vanguard from time to time being able to summon small little creatures for scouts and lookouts and guards and things like that. And after meditating for most of the night, he was able to recall the spells and rituals and incantations for it. He sort of relearned or rediscovered some lost knowledge from his order, and using those rituals, he managed to summon the bat.
I mean, if that went wrong, you could have blown yourself up and all of us. But
Did he know it was a bat, or did it just
No.
he summons a thing and it turns out it's a bat?
He knows from his teachings that the creatures summoned are almost always dependent on the surroundings and the person summoning. Depending on their general psyche, their mental faculties, and the environment around them all affect what creature shows up. So he didn't really know what was going to show up, but he did his best, and out came the bat. He's a bit surprised. It wasn't perhaps maybe he was expecting a majestic eagle, or he has seen someone with a celestial hawk, this golden shining thing looking incredible. But instead, it's Nyx the bat that flaps out. It's
squeaking
hello.
cutely.
Yeah, and he's taken aback a little bit because this isn't necessarily the manly, awesome pet that Liam, imagines himself to have.
I mean,
but
he is Liam, the Lightning, so it must be the best one. I mean,
it has to be. Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. He's sure of that. This is clearly now the best. Bat. Yeah, it is amazing, and he will not hear anyone disparage Nyx the bat. He will be very upset.
I really want to just think that whatever magical ritual Liam tried didn't actually work, and it was just coincidence that a random bat showed up.
It is just a bat.
He adopted it.
Yeah, but the bat
thinks it's a good deal. He's an adventurer.
The bat is okay.
He's a level in familiar. His parents disapproved of it, but
he took familiar classes, and the parents were like, "You will never find employment with that down here. You need to take up accounting like your brother." And he was like, "No, I want to live my familiar dreams. There must be a sexy half-orc for me out there somewhere."
Adventure with a gallant group of heroes.
Yeah, he dreams of gallant heroes. He has read all the books,
But he is the hero. That's what he thinks of himself.
He heard that once a bat served Elminster, so it's to him.
Yes. Oh, there, bat. Stay thy course, I'm to indulge in old bat. I don't know.
Right. Do you all remember your madnesses as well?
I have them written down when I log back in.
Yeah.
Yes. I am awesome.
I've got one last bit of loading screen to go. So
absolutely fantastic.
A few of you got an extra one.
Yep.
Yes.
Itchy, scratchy.
I'll be right back, and then we will have a recap, and then we'll get.
It's tasty sheep.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna start eating your own flesh soon.
That's
why
disgusting.
Well, he's grown into a zombie, clearly.
How?
I mean, he says that he has a mushroom growing between his scales that he has to scratch constantly. That's taken over his brain.
Yep.
Well,
Cyrilla is so wise, she is now seeing visions you feeble-minded people cannot.
What was it you got again?
I can see visions others cannot.
Oh yeah, so you just have this madness and you think it's like divine inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Your insight has gone too far.
You're not that brilliant, Liam.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
not stalking.
Whoa. Back the fuck up.
Hey, he's got a bat now. He's cool.
Yeah. The bat will fly around and sniff at everyone.
That is.
Why didn't you pick
very
Eagle?
disgusting.
Because then I could have gone Eagle, like from Scrubs.
No.
Ah,
Truth
But
be
I
told,
leave
the bat made more sense down here,
yeah,
really.
it did. I agree.
I was also thinking of a spider, but spiders are creepy.
Spiders
Wow,
are creepy,
they're
man.
not
And-
creepy.
And bats are cute.
No, they're not.
Spiders are creepy.
Bats are
really don't like
adorable.
spiders.
They're
And all
adorable
they
until
do
they
is eat
grow up.
fruit. All they do is eat fruit, man. They're fucking cute as shit.
All right, I'm
Look
back.
at him.
Fucking bats, man. Have you seen a fruit bat eat fruit? It's so cute.
I have.
Little chewing mouth. Everyone here? Roll call. You know.
I'm still trying to get Raptors to properly load, but I'm here.
Yeah, I mean you have connected. It says so.
Yes, but I'm just having trouble actually loading all the assets at the moment.
Oh, there's plenty of them.
Exactly.
There's a lot of assets because I haven't deleted anything. Because you know.
And I saw lovely cascades. I saw it scroll between every single map very briefly to grab all the assets. It's like, oh god.
Oh yeah. A lot of work goes into DMing this game, you know. So many caves. And,
Okay,
like,
well I see the
places,
library, so that's
anywhere you
progress.
might go, you know. So many things.
Okay, I see blackness. Can I be centered?
No.
Zoom
I
out.
can do that.
I don't have an easy zoom right now. There we go.
So, sheep, you here?
Yes.
Good.
And
excellent.
I need long rest. Where's that button?
So, who wants to do a recap about what happened last time?
I did a recap yesterday.
I did recap last time, I think.
Any volunteers?
I can probably do it.
All right.
The last time we started where we left off, which was in the Myconid camp, city, place, after having done their favors, and basically talked to the two sovereigns. One of them was very cheerful and dancing, and I was like, "Yay, let's do a party! Everyone is invited. Let's dance." And the other one was like, "What the fuck? Help, please." Although he didn't say that out loud. We got suspicious very quickly because dancing mushrooms means trouble, and we knew that much from experience. So we asked around a bit, and eventually headed over into the Garden of Welcome, like the next area. And when we went there, we very quickly noticed that the ground was full of not yet corpses. As in, people being eaten by mushrooms. And shortly after that, we fought some sort of almost worm-like looking myconoid who was apparently tending that garden over there. And we fought him. Afterwards, we found a mock wedding being practiced by a bunch of myconoids. While we didn't exactly know what sort of wedding it was, we sort of managed to piece together that it was probably some sort of demon prince, demon queen trying to marry herself to the great mushroom, the repository of knowledge of the myconoids. And it turned out we were pretty much exactly correct. We went up the massive mushroom into the meditation chamber, where said demon queen was actually, being tended by a bunch of servants. She was fortunately asleep as she was preparing herself for the merging, we suppose. And there was literally nothing we could do to stop that, so we figured, alright. we'll use the opportunity, because the meditation chamber does mean that we can also talk to that great mushroom. As long as we don't get noticed, we won't get eaten. So we tried to be quiet and sat down and had a good think. Although I think only Gash and Cyrilla actually took that opportunity. In retrospect, if any of us had any common sense, that was a massive risk, just sitting next to a demon queen, but we did it. During that, we found out that there really wasn't much we could do to stop the demon queen. The mushroom basically said to Cyrilla, run, go to the surface, get help. Well, Gash, of course, asked about the library, which the mushroom gave him some information on. It is supposedly below some place called the Worm Writhings, where presumably worms writhe. Terrible danger, purple worms. And the drow involved, and apparently also know about the library and want to go there, which is bad news. After that, I believe we headed back down, told the other sane sovereign that everyone should get out, this is terrible, you should find a new home. And so they left. And as they left, we accompanied them a bit, and they gave us a bunch of supplies, watched over us as we rested, but now they can't follow us because we're about to head into like a terrible Underdark desert place. And I believe that Stool and Rumpadump also said goodbye and stayed with their people.
Yeah. Yeah, the place you have set your sights upon is called the Brittle Swells. And from what the Myconauts say, it is a desert where little water exists and little organic anything. It is an area that is effectively just very dry and sort of bone-like in its structure, very porous rock, sandstone really, that easily breaks, meaning that many who venture in there might just crack through the floor somewhere and sink into a hole that they can't get up as the sides just break as they touch them, until they're in a little pocket where they just will stay there and die because there's nothing they can do. Yeah, the travel though is something that deep gnomes sometimes do, because they're pretty light creatures, all things considered, pretty nimble. Yeah.
So in other words, the halflings will be fine.
Perhaps. That said, you're still not entirely at the edge where this place would begin. There's a couple of days travel potentially to actually get to the brittle swells from where you are in this little secure cove. Myconauts will try to make a living here, at least until they figure out what to do about this whole demon situation, because they think it's bad news. And everyone but Liam, as you sleep this day, well, have new symptoms upon them, as it turns out. Cyrilla and Gesh, however, have a little more than that. As they begin to have little rashes, basically, little pieces of skin that sort of are a little discolored, maybe a little yellowed or some such. Just discrete things, you seem a little sickly. It's just surely it's just a scratch or an allergic reaction or something. Nothing more. Though you're perhaps eerily reminded of Sereth and his condition.
That's wonderful.
Can we fix it?
Who knows?
Yes, we can.
See, what skill is it to know about demons? I think it's religion.
Oh, why do you have to say religion? Why, Malachi? Why?
Aren't you a cleric? Oh, yeah, you are, okay.
I'm a cleric. Remember?
Are you?
She just never cared about anything but handing coins to the useless peasants.
I never did that
Yeah.
book learning.
Yeah, I mean, you watched Zuckmoy in her magnificence even, and you know that such things can leave impressions. That if you are touched by a god, you could lead to maybe a part of that being staying within you, basically. The image of her has been placed in your eye, and it has not left, so to speak. What to do about that? You have no idea. 10. No clue.
Well, I know a place where I could get answers.
Then again, I mean, you saw Sareth. He certainly seemed to have some sort of problem. I wonder what his story was. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Not good.
Yeah.
I don't get divination until next level.
Gesh, do you want to try making some sort of check to see if you know anything about anything? Or does Gesh just not know anything about it?
I mean, in terms of knowledge, he's sort of very narrow-mindedly focused on magic. So maybe an Arcana check?
Sure.
No.
I can do that. I have Arcana.
Okay.
I can do that too.
All right.
How about I assist Liam?
All right. I'll just do a base check.
18.
Liam got 18.
Well, both Riordan and Liam would recognize that this is a magical effect. You do not know exactly where it comes from or how it could be fixed, but it could be utilized. In ages past, people had something called a spell scar, a wound upon their body that did not heal, but got worse. As it got worse, however, you could use its power. You could take power from that wound. This is something of the same thing. It'll grow, and as it grows, you can take more power from it if you so were to so wish and train yourself to do so. To do amazing things with plants and fungi and such, and rot and whatnot.
Reardon just
Well,
gives Liam
It's
a
just
pointed
waiting
look.
there to be studied and used.
Congratulations. Who was it again who got this?
Gesh and Cyrilla.
Remember.
Though, looking
Congratulations.
around at his companions, Liam might think that maybe actually he's the only one who's not touched in some degree.
Cleansing fire is the only way to solve this problem.
So what's happened to Roland and Riordan then?
Well, Riordan so far has not had any particular. He has his madness effect, and so has Roland. But beyond that, there's no effect. Roland, however, just perhaps even for Riordan, it's a more insidious thing that's growing but not really noticed. Roland will have in probably not even a dream, just because he doesn't really dream. He's an elf. But going around, he still sees sometimes this sort of the shadowy creature being around with him, trying to make him eat and kill people. And as it does, it just steps on mushrooms and stuff around and crushes them and rips them apart, which it shouldn't be able to do, right? Because it isn't real.
Isn't
But
it?
some of these mushrooms maybe are not real either, part of the hallucination or something. But it certainly seems to be keeping his mind so far free of any sort of influence of that kind.
Great. And now I'm hallucinating. This is just great.
Your crazy knoll demon god protects you from the mushrooms.
So I
Humans
have.
don't like sharing power, as it turns out.
It's true. So I have hallucinations adding on to my free madnesses.
Well, it's not really. It doesn't affect you. It's just It's a symptom more so.
If one were to be very picky, which demon lord to let one influence, is there a list of likely
Is there a
candidates?
I mean, if someone had a good religion skill, they might know something about demon lords. But it turns
if
out that nobody
only.
really knows anything about demon
He
lords.
only we had a fucking cleric with religion, huh? Oh boy.
I mean, we all got
I
out
can
of the
see
abyss. The thing was called out of the abyss. I mean, it's, you know.
You know, with a cleric in the party, I thought that was sort of taken care of.
I mean,
I think I
understand
became
there's a feat
forgiven.
someone can take.
We're wise. We're
I-
not intelligent. Damn it.
Well, I can't take that because I've already taken it, so I'm already.
I know it's a religion check, but would history be also kind of useful?
Sure, though historically there's been lots of powerful demons. I mean, demonic. Speaking of demons, like there's a lot of really big, powerful demons. The
Yes.
key here would be knowing, you know, which ones are around really, and for that, I mean, we could do a history check, or you could simply
Alright.
just discuss it a little bit now amongst yourselves. Like, who have we seen evidence of?
I don't. What are we
Well-
discussing? Demon
We have seen
lords.
Demogorgon.
Yes.
We have seen Yenog, the gnoll thing. We have seen. There's mushroom
The
lady.
Queen of Rot.
Yes.
The succubus was working for someone.
Yep.
Don't know who, but we have at least 3 confirmed demon lords around.
Yes.
They're very active in the Underdark, as it turns out.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Turns
help
out.
that everyone and their grandmother fucking worships them.
Now, you probably all know, and the NPCs too, that that's not how it's supposed to be. They don't live
No.
here.
No.
They live in the abyss, where most of them are bound heavily to not leave, ever. But you know,
There's some like cosmic rules in place to stop them from walking around here. Usually the gods are like, no, you can't do this.
I guess the gods are slacking, huh?
I had the most terrible thought.
Yeah.
What?
Because you know all those sacrifices going on. I had part of me considered what if part of the sacrifice was to keep them away. That'd be an interesting thought.
It's a
More
terrifying
feels
thought.
to me like it's a very pragmatic choice to do many sacrifices now because they are actually around. So maybe you want to get on their good side rather than being eaten.
True.
Yeah.
True point.
And I don't get divination for so long, so I can't even ask my god.
yeah. But you know, there's a few demon lords that you could begin worshipping or sacrificing to in hopes of aligning yourself to them. Most of them are very, very into having people like become their cultists. So what you do is really figure out what kind of thing they're into, and then do that a bunch.
I'm not super into it, gotta say.
Yeah, I think even Gash is sort of okay.
I think
You
Gesh
know?
and Rear have their own
Even
deities to worry about.
Basically, if any of you wish to cultivate the little thing that now accompany you, just send me a private little message, and nobody has to know.
I would never do that.
You're
No-
the most
no
likely
one
person to
will.
do that.
You know, it's an option that your character has.
Wonderful.
Man,
You need to get Simi to end your misery.
no, because I would swing it. It wouldn't. I need real restoration or greater restoration, but they're so far away.
Must be even more devout.
You have to be
Greater
completely bad by
restoration
the time.
is 5th level spell.
Fanatic zealotry is what it's called for here.
Flagellation.
Yeah, blind, furious flagellation.
Need the Rite of Tranquility here, I think.
You know, so you wake up with that little bit of perhaps unnerving morning conversation of, "Oh, you look sick. Is that demonic spores?" You know.
Was
Or you have
that,
a sickly, moldy
Oh,
look
you can
to
use those to gain power, I hear. Oh, okay.
I hear. From
I hear.
where?
From
Where
my
did
from
you hear
whispers
that?
in my brain.
I just know.
I just
Finger
hear
Muncher
voices.
smiles at you. Yeah.
Oh, and here's my bat. He's unrelated.
Hello.
I mean, if there's one
Not a mushroom bat, guys.
redeeming quality that Finger Muncher currently has, is that he's not associated with any demons, and that's for certain.
I mean, he has saved me from.
He is a literal manifestation of the worm that
Mhm.
eats nightmares.
Is it the worm a demon?
No. He's
No.
a
It's
beyond
much worse. I
Oh.
mean,
Yeah.
an outer thing from beyond the stars. So
From the outer reaches.
he would swallow he would give demons nightmares too if he could.
Oh, okay.
But he eats them instead.
Doesn't care.
The night serpent is a being born from the nightmares of the first gods.
Great.
So, yeah.
Real party pleaser.
And you, yeah. You
They were
really
like,
found.
they dreamt of the worst thing that could exist, and so it came to be.
Mhm.
If it weren't for the night serpent, the gods might go insane from their own nightmares.
Is that what he tells you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you spoken to Night Serpent?
Only I speak to the light serpent. Me.
It's my secret friend that only I can see. As Gesh looks around, seeing his brother frowning at him, shaking his head, disappointed. Oh, little Gesh, never know how to handle a situation.
Oh, he never knew.
He's right, though. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, and he knows he's right.
Doesn't make it better.
No, it doesn't.
Makes it worse.
Always right. One day,
Always
though,
there,
that will change.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah,
watched
but
brother.
if Gesh were to need power, now it's not something you can instantly just do. It would need a little cultivation, but I mean, eventually it's going to grow strong anyway, so
Gesh is bathing in
might
dung
as well
now.
learn, right?
Yeah.
If anyone's looking for dark pacts, I mean,
I've already taken one.
I,
What's another 2, 3?
I feel like we should get this horrifying journey over with.
Sounds good.
what is the mood
started.
like as you pack up from among the Mechanoids to begin your journey to Blinkenstone?
Well,
Oh, great.
Not good, I don't think.
Liam is looking forward to get away from the mushrooms and maybe get to a place that doesn't run on the suffering of others or is filled with horrible ash that makes everyone sick.
Mhm.
That would be nice.
I know a great place for that. It's called the Surface.
We're going there.
Totally go to surface. I'm totally into going there.
Gash is certainly a bit more worried than before, especially after finding out that the drow are apparently aware and actively hunting for the library, which is a fact that he would not have shared with the others. Quite intentionally, because he doesn't want to put them under pressure.
Ah,
Reardon himself, he's a bit worried, mostly because he finds himself thinking things that he knows aren't sensible at all, but he feels some sort of compulsion to uphold them. So he's not he's worried because he's not really himself anymore. He's this place is definitely changing for the worse, and he's kind of worried what else is going to happen to him when they continue.
When Roland isn't just staring up and falling into a catatonic sleep randomly. Well, his mood isn't necessarily the best. He's getting anxious and worried about, the group as a whole, about those he's trying to find, and just the state of everything down here. Knowing that really, it seems like the odds are against him. Everything is getting harder. Things are getting more dire, and progress is not being made. It feels like no progress has been made.
Mm-hmm.
and as for Cirilla, she's starting to show a bit of wear and tear. She's been quite upbeat until now, as she's been left a physical impression on by the Queen of Rot.
Is her faith shaken at all? Like,
Oh yeah.
does she blame herself for sharing a mind with the Queen of Rot, a demon? Certainly not a friend of her.
No,
of her deity.
She thinks that sharing the mind of the Queen of Rot was to the greater purpose of potentially protecting many, many, many more souls than just hers. But she she would never admit it, but deep down inside, she thinks that Myliki should have probably protected her a bit more. She's surprised that, her goddess would allow her ever faithful servant to be marked by a demon.
She doesn't consider that perhaps strength is given to those most faithful. That is her own fault.
She considers it, but she doesn't like to think of it that way. She
Because then she would be to blame.
yeah, and she's too perfect to blame. Let's be.
She
Blame
puts
is
that
only
thought
for
somewhere deep
lesser
and far
creatures.
away.
Yeah, she just wants to go to the surface, and maybe there her god will be closer to her. Maybe.
Yeah, and with such dour thoughts, you begin or continue your journey, I should perhaps say, through the lovely fungal paths. Still mushrooms everywhere, though perhaps now with a more looming presence, as you know who that everything you do here is being watched, and that someone unpleasant is looking in on it. Yeah. As you walk, basically, or move during this day, Hemeth will walk up alongside Liam, basically.
Mhm.
He's generally hasn't really talked much to Liam. He sort of just hung around doing his thing. He got paid by Gesh, and so he's just been doing that really. But he sort of walks up next to Liam as you go, and gives him sort of an up nod slightly. Looking him, taking him in its current
Yeah,
state.
don't know. Liam will look at him. He hasn't really talked to him too much either. He appreciates the help he's given them and such, so he will nod and say, Hemeth.
What's it like up there? Sort of nods up again.
Liam raises his eyebrows, a bit surprised at the question, and says, I could tell you, but I must ask why you are wondering such things.
He shrugs. Well, given the travel we have been enjoying so far, I thought about staying down here in Lingstone, but given what we've seen, he sort of shrugs, I don't know if this place is going to be a good place to hang out for that much longer. Maybe given the scorched lands up there are trying.
Liam grunts and says, well, the lands above are varied. Similarly to what you would see here. Some places are scorched deserts. Other places are verdant jungles, green fields, water, food, pleasant sunlight, although that might be an acquired taste for someone like you.
He nods. Yes, of course. But what's it like? For sort of looks at you and says, you.
Liam frowns at him and says, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking me.
I'm not trying to be rude, but you don't exactly fit in most pleasant company. Even down here, you're a misfit. Can only imagine that the pale things up there would see it even more so. As I understand it, they have no like for strength and understand only perfume and soft things.
Liam snorts and says, well, it is true that my heritage have made me something of an outcast in the lands above, and you are certainly correct when you say that there is a lot of people who like perfume and soft things. But before I came down here, I was a member of a mercenary company of sorts, the Spiral Vanguard. We uh, sold our martial prowess for money and lodgings, and we made overall a fairly good life, I think. I was a soldier up there. My work was, well, in a soldier's regiment and uh, detachment, I suppose. More like a legionnaire's work than anything else. I have not known any other life, to be fair.
You know,
If you're interested in what it would be to be a noble, perhaps you could ask Riordan. I understand that he was a tutor to such people.
he shrugs. To be honest, he freaks me out a little bit. No. Maybe it's just that I'm used to the little ones being crazy and all, but he shrugs. Suppose I'm not used to traveling with a band as varied as this.
Mm.
He shrugs and says, well, I suppose your kind down here, too, work as mercenaries or slavers most of the time. Is it the life you hope to return to? Working for others, taking coin, thankless mercenary?
Liam scratches his shin a bit and says, what I would like to do when I get back is to bring the Vanguard back to glory. It was great once, one of the famous military forces of the realms. It has suffered much in recent centuries. Much of the glory is now lost, and I would like to help recover it, I think. I owe them my life, and so I would like to repay it somehow.
Well, sounds surprisingly like home, though. The whole idea of honor, he sort of shrugs, just never really came natural to me.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes you need to do the dishonorable thing to get the desirable effect.
Liam nods. Yes. If anything, if I've been, if I have learned anything down here, it is precisely that. This is not a place where morals survive if you don't have the proper strength to back them up. I have certainly done things down here I am not particularly proud of. Although so far I would say that most of my honor and sanity is intact. Glances over to some of the others. Thankfully.
So nods and says, think they would need a skilled smith up there somewhere. Not as skilled as the others, perhaps, but I can do a thing. I'm stealing, even in the soft places, could perhaps be useful. There's always dissidents somewhere that need weapons.
Looks at him and says, well, Hemeth, if we make it back, and you have an inclination to perhaps keep following me once all of this is over, I could offer you a spot in the Vanguard. We always need good smiths.
I'll take it under consideration, though. It's gonna be hard without. He sort of looks around, anyone to. He shrugs. I suppose it's gonna take a while to get used to.
Yes, I think that the reputation of your people, the Dwagar, are somewhat grim on the surface. Uh, Stories about slavery, slavers, and even cannibalism, I seem to recall.
He shrugs. Whatever we gotta do. We live in the tough places, as it were. Just a little bit of slight pride and maybe even disdain for those who don't.
Mm-hmm.
Who take the easy life.
Mm-hmm.
And we master it.
You certainly do. I'm not belittling you for it. I'm just trying to give you a heads up that the surface will not be necessarily welcoming to you at first.
You see him sort of look at Cinder there for a moment. Says, Besides, you need someone who can make use of his skills, no? When he grows bigger, well,
You foreseeing another dragon smith in the future?
he shrugs and says it's a way in which we could make a fortune. The eyes glinter slightly.
Liam nods. Certainly possible. I haven't really considered it. It would be an interesting addition to the Vanguard, if nothing else. Looking at Cinder, like contemplating.
I've not done it before, but it's in my blood. She looks back to the dragon and says, once he begins to breathe, you'll have to let me spend a few hours with him.
Liam nods and says, I will consider it. Looking over at Cinder. What's Cinder doing currently?
He's just sitting around, probably sleeping on someone's, like, maybe your or Gesh's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Just laying there, maybe dispossessed, disposed of Finger Muncher, who's like crawling around somewhere, keeping watch. You know.
Yeah, Liam hasn't really thought of that possibility, but it would be certainly interesting to have a dragon smith in the party.
Yeah, he sort of nods respectfully as he again lets himself fall back. He generally walks with Gem Jar. The deep gnome, perhaps the closest in this party to, someone he's somewhat comfortable with. He's not really used to all these surfacers. Appreciates watching them from a distance most of the time.
All right. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. As you continue, are you going to go fast or slow, or what's your travel here?
We are going normal speed, I think. It's dangerous ground.
Days.
So,
yes.
Yeah, I think we can take our time when we get to the parts where it's definitely,
Yep.
All right. You're just normally walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you want to search for food or bury your tracks or anything?
It would be nice.
Just to bury tracks.
Food and cover tracks, as usual.
Food is probably very scarce here, if I had to guess.
Well, we're not at the terribly
You're not
bad
here
place
yet.
yet.
There's a bunch of mushrooms everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Finding food here is fairly easy.
Yep, I will gather food, which I should be good at. Now I have it as expertise.
Yep. And I will cover tracks as
I can aid Roland in his
I can aid
food.
Cinderella.
all the
I will
advantages.
oversee everyone.
Okay.
Yes, you do that.
Critical!
Critical track hiding!
Oh, yeah, so many tracks.
Alright, 20.
Alright. Which means you get a bonus of... well, you get six extra with that.
12.
12 food. Okay, that handles a lot.
How many companions do we have now with us?
1 second.
You have you 5. You
Yep.
have your 5 geckos. That's 10.
Yep.
Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 people.
Okay, so there's 16 of us.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me a
Unless
second.
you want to have your geckos just roam.
Give me a second. Let me edit the kitchen. I'll tell you what you guys need to expend.
Sure.
Beyond that, your tracks are hidden.
Excellent. Such hidden.
Which is more difficult in this place, turns out, because there's a lot of soft mud and such.
Each of you only need to expend 1 food to feed your geckos.
Okay. That's not bad.
Okay.
No problem.
I cover all the rest.
No problem.
Yeah, serving
Stuff.
big bulbous mushroom things.
Alright.
Suck some water out of whatnot. Yeah, place is very wet, dripping and such.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a decent survival skill now.
As this was a 4-day thing, though, you should probably remove 4 rations.
Yeah, okay,
so
4
to
rations to
carry
fill
these
geckos.
skills out, which was very fortunate for you.
Okay, so...
I am
So
okay
we
with
He's
that.
doing amazingly finding food in these environments.
The 40 rations we got from the Myconauts, do you have them marked down,
Yep.
DDS?
Yep, they're on my.
Yeah,
They're inside the kitchen as it is. If you guys run out of food, inform me.
Yeah, I after the second day I'll be out.
Okay, so I need to expend 2 for your gecko?
Yeah, 2.
How is the kitchen looking? How many rations we got?
Removing that 2, we have 75 rations.
Whoa! All right.
It's a pretty good amount.
That's a
Not a
lot.
pretty decent amount, but if we all run out of food, we're gonna
Yeah, I'm
chom through that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
will go down quickly especially since we're going into an area where I can't gather food.
Yeah,
That's going to start plummeting.
yeah.
That's what we have later, Cyrilla. So we only need to find a safe place to rest, and then Cyrilla can keep us all alive.
Yep. Well, I will be able to feed 15. So 1 ration will have to disappear each day with me.
Okay. And then
But that's
I'm
livable.
Yeah, and then I've got in here feeding feeding Gesh plus Lizard now marked on my kitchen calendar.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's not that easy to find 8 hours of straight rest in the Underdark, but
No.
it certainly has been done before. Yeah, as you sort of move along, you begin to see into like a big cave in one of these places. You've been going up now, basically the caldera that is this jungle. The fungal paths is beginning to come to an end. The vegetation is growing more sparse, and you begin to see that some places like sand seems to like drizzle down from the ceiling into these little piles. The earth gets more dry and sort of sandy, and almost like a little bit like arid in some places. Here on the 4th day, as you begin to near the edge of this area, into the brittle swells. The place is covered in different types of vegetation. A lot of it non-edible, clearly. Succulents or sort of bulbous plants that look like cacti, but Roland is pretty sure that they would be poisonous to actually like eat or drink from. This is likely sort of a narrow band of a niche, allowing biological life to extend its way as far into the more deserty area as it can. As you perhaps stop, as you do, taking a few hours of break before moving on. It's what most rest sort of ends up being here in the Underdark as you move along. A few hours before some weird sound or some creature sniffs you up, or while you're hiding tracks and such. Maybe while one of you is gathering food. I will just move you to a new little map. Very nice map, I think.
If the DM map is the problem.
Hmm?
It makes me worried.
Could be a red herring. Let's be fair.
Well, I mean, it's
It could be,
very
but it
nice.
makes me worried.
Makes me worried, don't worry. At least in this campaign, I can see farther than 10 feet, so that's nice.
Yeah, as you basically you're hanging around, maybe taking a break, looking about. I don't know, Roland might be out gathering like some mushrooms, or that might be down here taking some care of some tracks.
Liam was with...
Liam was helping.
Yeah,
Helping Roland.
it was with... I thought Liam
Oh,
was...
technically, no,
just-
technically it was Riordan helping me and
Yeah,
Liam
Riordan's
helped
We'll
with
switch
Roland.
around, it's fine. You're not that far away from one another. Yes,
Yeah.
as
It
people are
matters.
doing their thing.
It matters for the halfling.
As you're just sort of doing this, taking a little bit of a rest when a voice almost echoes like, "Oh, surfaces, excellent. I mean, please, could I have a hand? Now, don't panic, but in just a few moments, a very large bulette is going to break its way up here and try to swallow all of you. Just don't hurt it."
Gesh casts fly
The
on
voice
himself.
says, and you begin to hear a rumble.
Is it that high to be able to use that?
Is it high enough to get off the ground with a fly spell?
Yeah, yeah.
If I
Gesh
remember
will
correctly,
cast fly on
bullets
himself.
can
It's about like
go
15
pretty
feet.
Roller would like to scramble up what appears to be a giant rock next to him.
All right.
Reardon
You
is
basically
just
all
looking
take
up.
a single action.
Right.
Let's go on top of a mushroom.
Yeah, climb on top of this mushroom.
Yeah.
Onto the mushroom.
But do I need a check or can I just climb up?
You can just scramble up it. It's not that tall.
Yeah, Raven's going to try and follow him as best he can.
I hope this
Sure.
is a really tall mushroom.
It is a mushroom, as it turns out.
It's like 30 centimeters off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, we're safe here.
Yeah, you hear another rumble, sand sort of whoosh, drizzling down. As Gesh is casting fly, and yeah, as the creature breaks up where Gesh was standing.
Hello there.
You see a massive sort of carabaced head smash its way up through the fungal covered ground, just throwing dirt and such everywhere with a roar. You can see it's a pretty terrifying creature. It is bigger than perhaps expected, and its short legs have massive claws, and its hind legs seem very adept at launching it through the air. If someone has a nature check, they can try identifying something about bulettes.
I will certainly try.
All right. Well, Roland, this is a bulette, also known as a land shark. They're ferocious hunters with an unending appetite. They are very good at jumping and can jump very far. And when they jump at you, it's even worse than when you're right in front of them, because they also try to crush you with their giant, massive, heavy, iron-clad bodies. This one seems to have been kept in captivity at some point because it has what seems to be a magical rune, a tiny magical rune on the side of its head. Beyond that, it also has what seems to be a chain that has. It's clearly grown into it because its neck has sort of, like you see a tree by a lamppost or something. It's sort of embedded itself or grown around the chain that was once around its neck. The chain seeming somewhat long, actually, like 15 feet or so, as it goes down to the hole it comes out of, looking up at Gesh and perhaps preparing itself to jump. As at the end of a chain, you see a figure coming out after it, sort of moving through the ground. It is a robed figure, holding an inkwell in one hand and like a book in the other, frantically moving as the chain is secured around his to his belt, effectively. Now, the interesting thing about this figure is that he is completely see-through. And clearly not in control of the situation, chained with a chain that sort of is broken, but then continues in sort of a ghostly, misty fashion to this figure who is following it.
Well,
This might be one of the most bizarre things that has ever happened to us down here.
Please help me! I need you to subdue it. My master's going to be very mad if he sees that it's gone. The bulette will want to launch itself at Gesh.
Can I ask a question, Malako?
So maybe this is an initiative time, really.
I think it is, yeah.
We need
How
to
the
see
hell are we going to
when.
subdue this thing?
Yeah, can I ask a question, Manako?
You can subdue it if you deal a killing blow in quotation marks. You can choose instead to just subdue it.
yeah, you can choose not to kill it.
Should
I
I?
also have a spell that can potentially help.
Are bulettes intelligent at all, or are they just animal
Not on the
intelligence?
initiative.
They are not smart at all. No.
Okay, then.
Oh, yeah, they're
okay, I had a
Dumber
spell
than
that would.
dogs.
Okay, I had a spell that would really help, except it wouldn't work if they're animals. If they're like dumb as animals. So there we go.
It's not an animal, it's
not
a
on the initiative.
monstrosity. But
But the point is, it doesn't matter what type. It's just they need intelligence higher than an animal. So.
I think it's pretty dumb.
I guess it's attack you. There we go. Yeah, Riordan, you see it prepare to launch itself at Gesh.
Oh dear, I have nothing to stop this. Well, I do, but I'd have to touch it. I'm not going to do that.
Touch
so
the roulette.
What about a fireball?
I don't want to kill it.
I'm sure it. I mean, you can just
The
not kill it.
person
you can
change
just.
said, "Don't hurt it! If I bring it back damaged, I'm gonna get such a lashing. Please! I'm so thankful that you understand me. This service is so incredible. We just need to get it back, quickly.
What the
Well,
fuck?
how am I going to
Where?
do this?
What?
Shouts back, we can't stop it if we don't hurt it, you idiot.
Gesh will shout back, I might be able to, but That means I need to not get eaten first.
All right, you know what? It's fine if it gets hurt just a little tiny bit. So, oh wait, Reardon can't even see it anyway. I just realized.
No, you just hear the and then the voice.
I mean, he can't do anything now. Well,
You could leave the rock.
he would not like to.
Feel the earth tremble.
You could hex its wisdom.
I mean, I can't see it though, so I can't
You
hex.
can't hold personage. It's not a person.
No, I know. Different.
Well, I mean, I guess he can prepare an action that when he does see it, he's going to cast a spell. Do I have to necessitate what spell it is, or just say I'm going to cast one?
I mean,
think
you could.
specify.
If you prepare a spell, you say what spell you prepare.
Okay, I guess I could cast Dissonant Whispers on it. It doesn't do that much damage, and possibly make it run away. So
You could also jump down, go to like here, cast a spell, and then run back up.
Yeah. Getting
I
back
could.
up now
is difficult.
might be a check. Yeah. You don't.
Well, is it acrobatics to get up, or would it be
Athletics to climb. Yep.
I don't have much.
If you can hex its wisdom, though, that would be amazing. So I think I've got something.
Oh, fine. Well, all right. Let's give it a chance. So he'll jump down. Problem is, you might not even be able to see it down here. No,
It'll be fine.
he
Take
can't.
another
Remember,
step.
you can move 30. You can move 30
I can.
because of thingy,
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, yeah, he'll
Of-
move one more.
your tiny friend.
Okay, he can see it now. All right, he's gonna hex its wisdom then. Because why not? And then he's gonna try and get back up somehow.
All right, you can do
So-
a climb as part of your movement.
Sure. Let's do a check. This is not gonna go well, but
Failing will leave you scrambling.
Well, I don't have proficiency, so I can add a +1.
Hexed it.
So
It was wisdom you hexed, right?
yes.
I mean, a 16 is probably as good as you're going to get here.
Yeah.
It's good enough. It's fine.
Okay.
It's not that much of a rock. There's tons of little mushrooms and moss on it and whatnot.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Please don't hurt it. We just have to get it back. Just need to get it under control. Calm it down if you can, please. As he tries to wave at your attention, and as Gesh says that he can take care of it, he says to no, go for someone else, please. As he first of all, the bulette does not seem to care about him whatsoever, in any fashion. Roland.
Okay. I have a question, Malachi. So, how do brulettes see the world per se? Do they just use their vision? Do they try like?
They have vision and they hear stuff, and they can also sense tremors.
Okay. In which case, I want to try and make it a little bit harder for it to attack Gesh. Which my idea I proposed to you here basically is, since Gesh is flying up in the air, tremor sense won't really apply to it, right?
No, definitely not.
So what my idea here is, Malachi, I propose you. I don't know how much effect it can even have, but basically use my silent image to make a second Gesh. So basically, it might end up attacking the wrong Gesh.
All right.
Or
Now,
just
of course,
underneath him.
the silent image is not moving or anything, but it's also a very stupid animal. So, we'll give it probably a saving throw with advantage.
Well,
but then becomes disadvantage because it becomes equal because.
Well, actually, more precisely, it does specify in silent image that, for example, if you create an image of a creature moving, you alter the image so it appears to be walking. So it actually does animate. It's just a silent animated image.
It doesn't make
Let's see.
noise.
The spell also says that a creature can examine the image with a successful intelligence investigation check against the spell DC.
That's also an active investigate. It's not a.
Oh,
save.
active
Now-
investigation. Yeah, okay.
The reason we would let it have a save here is because it sees the thing being created, and though it is stupid, it might not be that stupid.
But yeah, still, it's something worth trying at least.
Sure.
Because I don't know what else to do here. So. And I never use my spell slots anyway, so I might as well.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What are we seeing here?
Basically, as Roland seems to focus himself and reach out his energies, suddenly from Gesh, a second one walks out of Gesh, like he's just split in two, and stand beside him, just kind of looking at Gesh with an annoyed look.
Well, we'll give it a normal wisdom save to see if it can understand or see the difference here.
Sure.
The DC is
It is
normally
proficient
intelligence.
with perception, but as
It
it
says
is
the
a
DC
save, we'll not give it that.
Yeah, it says investigation, not perception.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not trying to investigate it. Basically, we're seeing, does it notice that you're creating an illusion there?
Okay, fair
Or
enough.
that something is appearing out of nothing.
It's worth a try at least.
So let's see. No, it does not. Which means that there will be a 50% chance at jumping at the wrong one.
Yay.
As there are now two Gesh basically mimicking each other.
Yeah. And let's see. On a, do you want 1 or 2 sheep?
I will take 2.
Well, it jumps at the wrong one,
Yes.
leaping like
Ah.
over there and ripping apart the broken the image. Perhaps thoroughly proving that it is not there by being, going through it.
Well, I suppose that saves me adding the concentration thing to myself because that's broken.
As it moves there, as the ghostly figure says, "Yes, excellent. Just tire it out. Keep doing that."
I can touch it now. It's really close to me.
As Gesh has his
Alright.
turn.
Well,
But we can't
Gesh-
see it anymore. You have to be right on it, really, to see it, because he's in the air, too.
that is true. So Gesh will float over. He'll have to land and cancel his spell, unfortunately. So this is a bit of a Hail Mary, but I like it. So Gesh will then cast Hypnotic Pattern on the bulette, trying to confuse it with colors.
Yes.
It is a will save, I believe. It's a wisdom saving throw, yes. On a failed save, he will become charmed for a minute.
Which is to say, with the spell, it's incapacitation. It says.
Yeah.
So.
He just sits there looking at the pretty colors. All right, and we have a save DC Wisdom, yeah?
Yes.
What's your DC?
I'm surprised it doesn't say that. It should
15,
be
I think.
15.
Usually does. But... Well, he has disadvantage, so no.
Yep. He fails.
The bulette turns to Gesh landing, and then I guess what does Gesh do? Like, what's his patterns look like to other people? So,
well, really, I don't think it would really be visible to the others.
I mean, the components have a glowing stick of incense.
Oh, that's true.
Or phosphorescent material, so...
I
Or
guess
your arcane
Gesh
focus.
would be presenting his arcane focus instead, the quartz crystal he has that bursts with a single burst of rainbow colors, quickly dissipating. Gesh waves it in front of the bulette, who will probably just stare at him and sit there, hopefully.
He's incapacitated. He won't do anything for at least as long as Gesh is doing that in front of him.
As Gesh will basically shout out, I think I've got its attention for about a minute, so I'm open to suggestions on how to proceed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean... I have lots of rope. And manacles.
I think it would probably break out.
I think it's a bit bigger than manacles.
Yeah.
I've got the thing I could try, but
I have nothing to subdue this thing unless I beat it into a pulp. That's how I subdue it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's your job, so you shouldn't be upset about that.
The figure says, yes, now bind it with magical chains.
We don't have magical chains.
We don't have magical chains, you complete idiot! He's down here, sword out. I can try to bind it with rope, I suppose.
You'll need a lot of rope.
I have a lot of
It
rope.
is massive.
I have like 100 feet of rope.
100 feet of rope could probably do it.
All of the rope. Putting lots of rope on him.
I also have 50 feet of silk rope myself as well.
Yeah, just pile on all the rope. Sure. I mean, what the hell? Liam will try to tie up the bulette with rope. Very carefully.
Just make sure not to scratch it, otherwise it'll go berserk again.
Yep, don't hurt it.
Liam fought the crocodiles. He knows that the bulette's mouth might be powerful clashing down, but it might not be as powerful opening up. You know, we'll tie the bulette's mouth around so it can't open it. While it sits there glaring at the parents.
Yeah, it is looking at the pretty colors as you begin.
Yep.
Binding its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of you doing while that's going on? It's going to take a little while to do. More than 6 seconds.
Cirilla would like to try and calm it, as she's got a thing with animals, especially domesticated animals, and if it's been, owned for a while, it's going to be domesticated to some extent.
Also, if you have, please note, remember, since due to our companion, you have advantage on animal handling checks.
I can throw you a
I
bardic inspiration your way if you would like.
A what?
I can throw you a bardic inspiration if you'd like.
Now, the problem with that is that animal handling is for beasts, and this is a monstrosity. You might have been trained how to deal with horses, but you don't really know how to domesticate this thing.
Where does it say that it's for beasts?
It's for animals.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you could try, but it's going to be a disadvantage.
Which is normal advantage
normal.
then.
Normal then, thanks to...
Alright, I'll give you some bardic inspiration then.
Also, Manakai, for reference, Roland is going to dive down with his silk rope and also try tying up. Helping out.
Down here.
Alright.
Silk.
It's 1d8, huh?
Yep. Pop it.
So 26?
26.
Yeah. Currently, it's just staring at patterns. As you, what is Cirilla doing?
I'm soothingly singing at it while you do something.
Yeah, she'll while Liam's binding it, I presume, like, he's binded it so, like, it's
Probably doing very carefully.
yeah, it's like slightly crouched down or something. So she'll like come up to its snout and she'll talk to it gently in Elven about how it's okay and nothing's gonna hurt it and it's all gonna be safe. But it's more the tone and the compassion that she emanates. It's the feeling, not the words. Obviously, it's a bulette. It's gonna be stupid. So kind.
It's intention.
Yeah, it's the intention that's coming across.
If it could pay attention to you, it would be calmed somewhat. Currently, it's looking at all the pretty lights, though. Yeah. As you're doing that. Sure. And basically, that's what's happening, though. Then the next minute with Zephyrin saying, "Yes, excellent." Also, he'll be here because he's dragged on the chain. Excellent. Now we just gotta each of you take a side and then heave him up, and I will direct us home. I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be a reward for this.
What?
I
You
don't
are
think
the
we
most
can carry
capable
this thing.
person I've ever met.
We can be pretty strong.
I'm up for trying.
We have the lizards as well.
Yeah,
Can
the
carry him on the
lizards.
lizards.
Cirilla and Liam.
We put also Mannequin, very important, we put him on his back and like tie him basically.
Yeah, you have to do a strength check to put him on his back, especially without bumping him or knocking him about.
I can
It's
give
not
you
easy to do.
I can give you another inspiration on this if you want.
Someone assist
So
me and I'll
glad I
take the
rolled it.
inspiration.
Alright, hold on, let me cast. I need to check these. There you go.
Forgot there was a button for it.
That's okay.
Alright, anyone assisting Liam in flipping over the bulette?
Yeah, of course I'll
Try it.
help you.
Don't
Of course.
bang his head on
Cirilla's
the
pretty
floor.
strong.
Bonk! Oh,
Oh shit. Go back to sleep.
I suppose I could use athletics for this because like a strength, like a
Skill check makes more sense than the saving throw. Yeah.
You can do it.
well,
Go on.
athletics with advantage and bardic inspiration. Oh
You can do
yeah,
it. 22.
22.
You can push and heave the bulette onto his back, though he's still looking at the pretty colors. Careful not to get in the way and such. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
then
make
we-
him prone as well.
Having him upside down, have it tied up his mouth now, hog tying his claws so he can't use those.
His legs seem incredibly strong.
Oh yeah, there are lots of rope, lots of rope.
So I suppose he's somewhat restrained as well as prone.
Currently,
He is just all the disadvantages here. Those big symbols.
and with that, perhaps the magic begins to give way for Gesh, knowing that he can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
this any longer.
Guess, can you cast it again? I still have concentration hex.
No, I
Oh.
can't.
I could.
It's fine. I'll look
I could-
after it. It'll stay calm. Believe me.
I could
As,
bestow a
as
curse
the,
on
the
it.
pretty
See.
colors end. His little eyes sort of wake up and down. So it says, "Oh, it looks mad."
Cyril, help.
he sort of winks a bit, looking around, trying to move. It doesn't seem to like being on its back.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to move around.
Nope,
And,
nope. We'll keep you.
and wiggling. You begin holding it.
Yep.
That
Yep.
was-
Liam will.
And Cirilla
Yep,
can't
resist
tries
it.
calming.
No.
Let's see an opposed strength check then to
I'm help-
see if you can
Holding calm.
him down.
Holding calm.
Does he have?
Wait.
Does he have
hear me?
disadvantage for being hog tied and upside down and stuff? perhaps?
That would be more so for dexterity checks, I would say. As,
But yeah,
he's currently trying to overcome your holding his legs and stuff.
what's your
It's like a
modifier?
pulley mechanism.
What's your modifier, Liam?
7.
Plus 7.
Okay, we have equal modifier, but I'll aid you then.
Sure.
Do you want? I think I should save my last one just in case.
No, I'll try to. Plus 7 strength check with advantage or strength save.
Yeah, I have +7 athletics now, which is really impressive.
Well,
Hold.
This would just be a strength roll, not an athletics, by the
Oh, okay.
23.
Wow.
His mighty effort is not very good at all.
23.
Thank God for that advantage.
You
Mirrored
managed to
rolls.
the
ultimately
same
wax
roll.
his little feet.
Yeah.
Then he will try something else, which is try to force break the rope. Holding his mouth shut.
Oh, but I
No.
want to keep it calm.
So we'll see.
That's not cool.
He does.
Oh.
The DC 17 of rope. Beginning, you see it begins to like doing that thing, One little thing gives, and then it all begins to doing it. It's taking a little time though, because it's on his back and prone and everything. So, but he's
Stop
going
it.
to be free in a moment. Or at least his mouth is going to be free.
Okay.
I'm gonna start damaging this.
No.
very soon.
Reardon is going to, while he's still on his back and struggling, he's going to touch him and lose his concentration on his hex, unfortunately. But he's going to cast Bestow Curse on the bulette.
Maybe have Gesh hex it first, and then you can bestow a curse.
He can't use hex, can he?
No, I used all my spell slots.
How? How many? Oh, you 2.
I have 2 spell slots.
I'm gonna have to because I can't change the hex. So,
Tell me about the bestowing curse.
basically, I touch him and he has to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or he becomes cursed. And the good thing about this is there are 4 different types of curse I can choose. If I just pop it up
I
here,
really like the one where it's at the start of each of its turn, it has to make a wisdom throw. If it
That is
fails,
what I-
it does nothing.
yeah, that's what I'm going for. Where is it?
Just wastes its action doing nothing.
It's much better
beautiful.
than hypnotic pattern. We should do this next time.
I mean,
It also lasts only a minute.
yes,
so-
but it's
Yeah,
trying to get
that's-
him in.
I was looking for something, but apparently you can't calm it.
Stuff. You hop down and you begin to.
So I'm going to
Curse him.
choose the one where it has to make a Wisdom saving throw
He
at
fails.
the start of his
He's
turn.
cursed.
Okay, so on one of his,
Little
each one of his
worse,
turns, it has to make a Wisdom check, and if it fails, it just does nothing. So, yeah, for a minute. For another minute, you know.
The rope won't hold him though. Yeah, it's a 17 DC. He has so much plus to break him free.
I can cast this multiple times.
Yeah, he
I
already
have 3
broke the rubber on his feet, and he's beginning to do with his feet too. Although he can use his mouth. Perhaps we will go to the initiative order again.
I'm gonna start subduing him properly. I don't care anymore.
As Riordan has his turn. So Freelook says, "Yes, more of that. Do that again. Just twice of those, and then you, the colors. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I mean, we basically got this already. No one's even gonna notice he's gone."
I'm trying to concentrate here.
Liam will shout to him, "How far away is this place? We need to take him."
Just the tower is right by the swamp. You know, you go to the village, the elven village, and then you continue along the path and get right to the tower. It's right there. We just gotta sneak him in the back door in the basement. I have the key. As he takes out from inside his robe like a big ghostly key, waves around us. With this we can get right to the basement immediately. None of the traps are gonna do anything, and we can just put him in there and act as if he was always there.
That sounds like it's really far away.
What the fuck?
I don't think that's within carry
Arcadius
distance.
will never know. He will never even know I took him. And, I mean, it's gonna be fine.
You're insane.
Take a bulette.
You see, Liam is flexing his muscles, taking out his sword. He's done with this.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. He gets
Roll him.
real mad when that happens.
Oh, he is cursed.
Master's
Roll a
gonna
ma-
kill me if I come back with him hurt.
You seem to be dead already.
Ah!
Flashes at you.
Don't do it. We have 3 minutes.
What
We
is
can drag him.
Riordan?
I don't want Name to hit him. He's gonna get even worse. I'm concentrating though. I can't really do much about it. I'm just gonna keep concentrating on the spell.
Right.
While telling him, please, not to hit him.
No! Don't do it. Don't do anything rash. We have time. It's fine. It's fine. Just rolling.
Roland looks over to Liam at this monster being here.
Yeah, no, Liam is cracking his knuckles. He's just going to start beating onto this thing.
As you see Roland ignite Dawnbringer.
We can subdue it.
Oh, guys.
Before you do that, let me try something.
Do you have something that will subdue him for days? Because that's what's going to be
Maybe.
required. All right.
Let's find out.
Fine.
That's terrible. Let's find out, or he'll kill us all.
Fine. Roland for now will just dodge.
That's a
All
good
right.
idea.
Bulette will
Wisdom save.
Try to do his wisdom save to see if he gets actions. No,
Nope.
he moves, but then he's like, "Oh, it's too hard," and he just like his legs like flip out for a moment. And then he's like, "What am I doing?" And then he begins to flip him back out again. Gosh.
He's like the polar bear, Jonas.
Okay, so how much alcohol is in a wineskin?
We can find out.
Are you thinking about getting it drunk?
Let's see here.
Yes.
Wine skin.
Yes, actually.
But
Wine
I don't
skin.
think it's got a
Leave your two,
huge
maybe?
constitution. I'm pretty
Yeah,
damn sure.
that's true. All right, let's not do that
I
then.
don't think that's gonna work great.
I mean,
No, but
you never know.
If we had a wagon
Water skin
full
has
of
4
whiskey,
pints of liquid, however many stones that is.
Pints.
I have no idea what a pint of stone even is.
That is basically. Oh, that's a glass, like a big glass, basically.
a big glass.
It is 4 pints is almost 2 liters.
I mean that's a start.
Is
Like
it like
2 cartons of milk.
is it like 98% alcohol in those?
It's stout. I would assume that stout is pretty hard stuff.
No, stout
like-
tends
it's
to be
like
about
this-
6%.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
6
that's
to
silly.
10%.
Is it
Yeah.
Dwergar beer?
It is, yes.
Okay, so you got some pretty strong stuff there.
Potent. That might work.
Well, Gash will just go a bit closer and take the wineskin and throw it into his mouth.
I get like
suggesting-
chunked super hard. You know those things where you have a snapping turtle and a
Oh
watermelon?
yes.
That's just a boom, and then it's like in his mouth, and he opens it like. It clearly likes eating stuff, a whole bunch. So it's probably something it hasn't had before.
Gash will sort of turn to Cyrilla and say, "Perhaps try feeding it. If we feed it enough, it might fall asleep."
He is very, very hungry.
I've got
I've
the
seen
best
him
idea.
Eat so many people, like piles of people.
Oh my god.
If
Just,
only we could
you know.
summon a lot of food.
If only we could summon 45 pounds of food. Guys.
What's the?
I mean, that's just a halfling worth of
What's
food.
the casting time of that?
1 round. 1 action, in fact.
Oh
my God.
Delay until after Lady Cyrilla.
Your strategy of just pop.
I'm just saying that's just as much food as one Riordan.
Maybe Cyrilla.
Alright, so Cyrilla will nod to Gesh, and I can do this anywhere within 30 feet, so I guess I'll create 45 pounds of food inside the bulette. Like,
It's
inside the
his
mouth,
And
around
30
it,
gallons
and...
of water.
And the 30 gallons of water, I guess I'll put it in containers and
No, just put it in him.
then in
Put it
his,
in.
yeah.
He right now seems to be too lazy to really do a whole lot about all the stuff that's in his mouth. But his mouth is pretty big. Let's just stuff it full of bland, I don't know, biscuits or something.
Yeah, but it's very
Biscuits and water.
nutritious. It's like Landers
He
bread.
does seem to like this life, though. Just being lazy and being fed, it seems
There
to
you
be
go.
something he could get used to.
Eat.
Yes.
Again, he can't really act yet. But
Oh yeah, that's true. The curse does stop him from eating.
But
Back
his,
away!
His current mouth is full of stuff, as it turns out.
Liam will dodge, waiting to see what the bulette does next turn.
Riordan.
Well, do you want me to stop this spell, guys, or do you want me
No,
to
no,
just...
no.
No,
You
leave
should
it
probably
there.
get down from the rock and hide behind Cyrilla.
Okay. He'll do that. He'll go here, and he will attempt to hide behind her.
Stealth check.
Stealth check it is. Uh,
Now you see the halfling. Now you
No.
don't.
I am naturally stealthy, so I can hide behind creatures larger than me.
Mhm.
I don't know what this will do, but at least he won't attack
Now it's
me.
very hard to hide from him because he does know anything that touches the ground
Yes,
and his location.
but I'm not moving anymore.
I mean, this is you're doing good. Tell you what, if you can just stop him, I can try taking him back, and then you go and open the tower for me. You know, as he waves the key around. Just we gotta just have him stay like this, and I can bring him back.
I don't trust him to do anything good at all right now.
Roll on.
I'm going to dodge.
All right, he's ready to move away from it. Let's see if he gets a turn. No,
Nope.
he's still just laying there like. "Brr."
That's probably fine.
More
Sure.
food.
Except he doesn't have any.
All
I
the
have
rations.
No rations. I have
75
no
of them.
Not all the
You're
rations.
not touching-
Don't burn
you're
the
not
Kitchen
rations.
into him.
You're not touching my kitchen.
I can make another 90 pounds of food if we must.
Yes.
You might have to start shoveling it.
He's a bullet of gluttony now.
Well, okay, Gash will just skip his turn after moving back a bit.
You could dodge as well.
Yeah, but that would look weird.
Cyril?
Do I make more food for it?
I mean, it hasn't been able to
It
It
swallow
hasn't done
yet, I'm
anything
pretty
yet.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Its
creating more.
body is a mouth.
I mean, creating more food would also mean like when it breaks out, it's like, oh, I can just go after that instead.
It's
I
true.
mean,
Because after all, you.
Create a
Because
breadcrumb
after all,
trail
you
all the way
Just
to the
put
tower.
even more food into it. Just
I mean,
keep
just
shoveling
after all, you've only created a Riordan amount of food.
Yes.
It's
You
a
can certainly
lot of
eat more
food,
than one
though.
Riordan.
It's a lot of food.
The food weighs more than I do.
Sure, I'll create more food. Fuck it.
Fine. You've created one deep gnome worth of food.
There's so many bland biscuits, and they all taste like dwarven alcohol.
There you go. Now you've created one
Laying
Roland
on
worth
his
of.
back, his legs slopping about.
There we go. We now have a
We
Roland worth of food.
should, we should add suffocation to his conditions.
Yeah.
He does
Maybe
have
we can.
nostrils. Nobody biscuits knows.
Oh.
Well,
Liam,
shove the biscuits into the nostrils. Can Liam like close the mouth now, and, like bind it again? It's full of food.
I mean, he could get closer, but it is free. He could begin poking it, but I mean, technically he's not doing an action. It would take a few rounds to actually bind its mouth.
Oh, okay.
He could begin
Well,
the process.
Liam will look over to the ghost and says, "Is that key something you can give us? And how on earth are you gonna take it back? And if you're gonna take it back now. We can't hold it like this. You
Just-
complete moron."
But I can't drag it while it's still like. He sort of strikes this. I suppose. He sort of nods, looks at the key and says, "Yeah, I mean, you know where you're going, right?"
Oh yeah.
No, not at all.
Tower by the swamp after the elven village, yes.
Yeah, just Ocadius, just
I'm still stumbling after the elven village.
Ocadius. Don't. If you see him, don't tell him that you know me. It's just open the door for me, and I need both hands to. He gestures to the bulette with his ink and says, "It's nobody will ever have to know." As he gives you a slightly optimistic smile and waves the little ink well around, spilling ghostly ink everywhere. As he takes out the key and begins to like just hand it to him. Better hurry. Roden.
Well, let's get out of here then.
Let's get out of here. I mean, I'm gonna try and keep concentrated as much as I can until we leave. Until I can't, like I'm too far away.
You have a minute of that.
I mean, dash and run. Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
He has like 50 kilos of food and like 60 liters of water in him.
No, he has 9. Yes.
What direction am I running in is the question.
It's about 40 kilos of food, yeah.
Into the sandy
That's a lot.
stuff.
Into the
Okay.
sandy stuff, so
But you know.
east.
Wait, so sure.
All the rocks. Climbing.
Roland, mark the way.
Shoo! Away with you now. I need to concentrate. Yes, he will. Move over here and begin weaving a spell, while still holding out the key for someone to grab. Well,
Okay, Roland is going to cunning action, mage hand the key into his own inventory. Because I can do that.
The key does not appear to be a physical object.
I mean,
Oh.
How do we take it then?
can Roland
Grab
then
it,
just
see what happens.
can Roland just grab it then?
Does he try?
Yes.
Well, as he grabs it, it sort of just evaporates into dust. And he feels incredibly cold touching that place. Yet now he suddenly knows the riddle or the answer to the arcane puzzle that surely guards the back entrance to Acadia's tower.
Ah.
Nice.
Alright.
Metaphorical key. See.
Run
And
like
then-
the wind.
And then Roland now performs a great disappearing act. Meow.
Roland crawling up the rock backwards, like. Keep him busy. As you see how busy he is.
I mean, I have like 6 acrobatics and 7
Oh, the food.
7
He
athletics.
can get stuff. He begins to just
Nom,
bite
nom.
and swallow at the food. He
Yep.
loves it.
Eat the food.
Yeah.
There's so much food. There's
Food
tons
is
of
the
food.
only thing he ever cared about. Now he has a bunch of it, so
So
you
much
know.
food, buddy. Enjoy.
he eats and swallows. Sephirin giving you thumbs up as you. It really did be a solid one, guys. When we meet back at the tower, just like if you need a favor, if you need a chicken enlarged or
What?
or some light or something, just
Rewind.
anytime.
Oh, we are going
Rewind
to
to the
ask for a
chicken.
favor, all right?
I'm sure we'll figure out something.
Run, Gash!
It's time to leave. Just generally stroll over here.
Well,
All right, ladies. One and I guess a dash.
yeah. With your speed, the relay will probably be faster, but it is thoroughly distracted. It's going to take long enough for him to not have other things to worry about. That you can get away
Okay.
from this encounter.
That was stupid. But great, I loved it.
As you move past some of these spiky plants, Earl will offhandedly notice that they appear to be blood shrubs, a type of plant that feasts on blood, basically, by shooting spines and then sucking it out of the ground with long roots of long networks of roots. They only, however, perceive the smell of blood, and so as long as no blood's in the area, they are completely passive.
Thank God we did
Ooh.
not cut it.
Yeah, exactly. See, Liam, these are the reasons why we don't hit things.
As you see, rolling these,
Liam mumbles,
the
"I
ghostly
still think I
Sephirin
should
beginning
have
to pull
hit
the
it."
chain in the opposite direction. The Bullette's still just laying there.
Oh, it's kind of cute now.
Bulette is so happy.
He's great.
Yeah, that encounter ends. As you can move on into the sandy desert caves of the brittle swells. Again, with an area of the Underdark that has a structure like that of bone, just very porous and very fragile. Though it seems that sometimes, basically on the top part of it, would be a massive cave where big rocks and chunks of cliff from the surface layer above sometimes break loose and fall down. At some point on the surface, there's going to be a massive sinkhole happening. Then again, cities have disappeared into the ground before, so perhaps this is one of the potential reasons. But the whole area seems to be collapsing on itself, with these chunks of cliff sometimes punching holes through into the bedrock below. It is said by Jim Jar that he would not sing in this place. As he looks at the very fragile walls, poking one with a hand that sort of begins to move as like 2 meters of dust and sand just rushes down in the place he poked.
Can we take a short rest before heading into this dangerous area?
Yes, you are travel mode right now, which means that you will sleep generally in like little sessions of 3 hours or so at the maximum. But that is long enough to have a short rest for this place.
Alright, well, the only thing I lost from that was just one third level spell. It's alright.
I lost one of my never used spell slots.
It's alright.
Hey,
Still
it
getting
saved
spells.
Gesh from getting eaten, so I think I did pretty good with that spell.
Yeah.
I'm sure Gesh didn't want to get eaten.
I did not, that's very true.
Excellent. Yeah, you continue your journey, moving into a whole new place with completely different things. So in this place, you don't need to worry about hiding your tracks because it is constantly changing. Constantly more parts of it are collapsing and such. It is pretty much impossible to track anybody. As you basically step on that piece of dirt and such, chances are that in like a few seconds after you've stepped away from it, it just begins to slide down into some unseen hole below.
Okay.
It's very hard to find anywhere where you can sort of safely even stand for an extended period of time, as it's just rushing down. So, yeah, no food to find. nor any water, really. No,
should
much of anything.
We should hightail it through her.
And no track hiding needed.
So fast.
Even though we're more likely to run into dangers, I think we just need to book it through her.
Maybe.
I think it might be a good idea. I mean, we have food, right? Available.
I mean, we have food, but given the fact I can't gather for the MP, our food will last 9 days,
Okay.
and then we'll be completely dry. Without, admittedly, if Cyrilla's providing magical food, which she can't necessarily do.
If we can find a
Change-
place to rest, a long rest, we can spend our skill checks on that. Because we don't need to cover tracks and we can't find food, so we can spend our skill checks doing that.
That's true.
If we can't do that, then Cyrilla can't comfortably provide us with a lot of food.
That's true. Because I only have to spend 1 per day, meaning we have 75 days in here.
Wow. I don't want to spend 75 days here.
But we have the option.
Yeah.
So that's true. Can we go like normal and search for shelter?
You can, though as you search for shelter, it is not something you do while walking. You spend a day searching for shelter.
Okay.
And if you miss it, then you don't find shelter. And then that day's lost.
Do you want to then spend a day now, search for shelter, and then move on? Or does Cyrilla have any third level spells right now available for Creep Food Order?
Yeah,
She
I've got one.
has one.
So we could go 1 day with that, right?
And then try and find a place after.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure.
There's a couple of ways. Either try to search for shelter, or of course try to travel fast enough that you have enough food.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, ever helpful Hemeth will say that that it is not. At most, this area takes about 10 days to travel through by most most
then we have
trek
just-
caravans.
Then we have just
There's
not
a bit
enough
of
food.
it beyond. Usually, there's a series of watchtowers, old watchtowers built by the Swerfneplin when they were actually. He sort of snorts and says, worth anything. At the edge, we can reach one of those. Usually, you can rest and such there.
If
Though he's
We
never
can-
traveled through this area himself. So.
if we can get one rest, I'll be able to cast a total of 4 times.
And we can fast
And
Yeah,
we
one
can-
days.
So what I'm thinking is fast travel day 1, day 2 try to find food or try to find shelter.
Yeah. And then fast the rest of the days because we have the spells.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Should get us out, I'm assuming.
Sure.
So fast, shelter, fast.
Yep.
All right, you want to travel fast.
Yep, day 1 is
Yes.
fast, and then day 2 will be shelter.
You can remove your food for a day then.
Which with our crate, are you spending the crate food and water?
Yep. Just
In which
take
case,
one
I-
out of the kitchen.
Yep, I'll expend 1 from the. Or one of you can expend it for your personal pile. It's your choice.
I'll take it off mine. I have a good few.
Okay, so
Travel in double
Okay, so-
speed, rushing into the
as you have,
Sunday.
as it turns out, was just not enough food to feed Jordan, so he has to feed his own pack.
Oh, sure.
That 1 food.
It's fine.
Yeah. You rush in, and let's see here.
Malachi flips to the part where it says, if they're stupid enough to rush through the fragile sand caves.
As
dire.
the day of travel nears its end, a little voice will be heard through some of this caves as some sand like rushes down and says, "Oh, little one, what do we have here? No, it's so sad, isn't it? But so fascinating." And says, "They look thirsty."
Nope, the water never
no,
spoils.
We're fine.
Casual answer. We're actually quite good, thank you.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. Then it'll take a while. Yes, a while. Another one says, "I don't want to wait." One says, "What if they get out?" There's general agreement. It seems, well, we're going to have to speed it up, don't we? Now, we're not unreasonable here. Let's give them an offer. I hear voices. You there, travelers.
Yes.
Could you kill someone for us? Just anyone among you, really.
You could have one of the geckos if you like.
Ooh, we like that. Just kill it. Not fast. Just, I like to see it.
Well, you could do it yourself.
That's another one. Exasperate says, see, he won't take the deal. They never take the deal. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I suppose we could. I mean, I would like to see that black one. Never seen one of those before.
That's racist.
Wow.
Gesh frowns. I'm not entirely sure what you are or what exactly you want, but we are more than willing to talk about whatever it is you like. But I would argue against doing anything foolish. We have encountered many things among our travels, and none of those that have opposed us live to tell the tale.
Oh, I like that. Yes, killing a lot of things. They didn't kill the other one. They just left it there. Yes, that was disappointing. You hear more sand that rushes. But we'll see them die, surely. I mean, even if they take the deal. Just don't say that. It's just fine. Now, travelers, there's many of us around, but this place is ours. Do you see anyone else around?
Do we?
Not really. There's just sand everywhere. Dust.
Oh. Okay.
No, we don't.
Excellent. For how long do you think you can live here?
I am actually quite unsure about that. I am not exactly sure what you're getting at, and I would appreciate if you did not stop us any longer.
I would really love to. You know that moment when life disappears from someone's eyes? That moment. I want to see you that. I want to see that on you. I've never seen it for someone like you before, and then the others can go because they're less interesting.
I don't think that's a deal we can make.
Well, it doesn't seem fair that you should make that decision.
Now let's not be hasty here, Gash.
The gecko says.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Elizabeth must live.
Now,
Okay.
all we ask is that you, just, whichever way you prefer, really.
Kill you instead? I quite like that.
Can Gesh
I've never
maybe...
tried being killed before.
I mean, we can arrange that.
If you want to come down here, we can arrange it quite swiftly.
You want us to come down there? She said she wanted us to come down there. Let's just go down there and show them. No, that's not how we do this. We discussed it.
Gesh sighs, looks to Liam.
Liam
Shrugging.
just looks exasperated.
Yeah.
A hole in the ceiling. You hear the beating of tiny wings.
Story will just say, why do we have to deal with the idiots of the Underdark?
It's like
Everything just wants to see something die, but they're too idiotic to make a decent deal. What is this?
They're all everything is these little mischievous methods. Like
So many methods. Maybe there's a demon lord of methods.
a method lord. Mephistopheles.
Hang on.
Oh!
Devil Mephistopheles does not appreciate.
No.
So beating off tiny wings, could maybe Fingermuncher go ahead and like fly up and check out what they are?
Sure.
Nyx will also go up and check.
Sure. They crawl up the hole and they see what seems to be a desiccated old man's body with a massive long nose covered in just dust everywhere around it, as a dust method. Sort of smacks Finger Munchers on the head as he crawls up, like, "No, no, you stay down there. This is not for you."
Oh, rude.
Dust methods.
Olgesh will
All the fucking
turn to
methods.
look towards the hole as he says, "As far as I can tell, we have a deal for you. We will continue traveling. You will let us pass and not annoy us any further, and we will not destroy everything you stand for."
Well, now.
One says, "I think that's a good deal." While another one says, "No, see, they offered it. That makes it a bad deal for us. They wouldn't give us a good one." "But what if they kill things for us?" "That could be interesting. They could kill things for us." "How would you like to kill things for us?"
DM looks back to Gash.
I
Honestly,
have
at
a
this point, I'd
feeling
rather
that
kill
if you would just follow us, you would see us kill plenty of things.
"But we can make it more efficient. We can... Yes, we can bring the things to them. We can bring things for you to kill."
Can Gash blast the hole they are talking out of?
Sure. You can shoot at that hole.
Gash will blast the hole they are talking out of
With what?
with an eldritch blast. Two in
Force.
fact.
Uh-huh. Shooting into the little curved thing. A lot of sand and dust like rushes down from there. So, ow! He got me. Could roll damage on that thing.
Okay.
Good.
Yes. 6.
Yep, 6.
You hear the others go, "Ooh!" Just don't look at that. It's me. As they just say, "Yes, go on. Keep doing that."
Well, Gesh, you heard the man.
I mean, I guess so.
You heard the method.
He says, "No, none of this." And you hear a loud, like, cracking sound as someone is beginning to have a tantrum up there, smacking and punching a bunch of rocks and boulders. As a lot of things begin falling from the ceiling in here.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Sand and dust and rocks and chunks of bone and all sorts of things. Just landing down on all of you. I would like to get a reflex save from each of you.
Let's hope that it's better than my religion checks.
fucking methods, man. Crit.
Fumble.
18!
Yes.
You're looking at a measly DC of 12.
Poor
Liam.
Liam.
And that's for half damage. So 4 or 2 points of damage.
Oh, I
Oh.
did 1 point of damage.
Wait, is this bludgeoning damage?
This is bludgeoning damage, yeah.
So
Oh, he
Liam's armor.
takes 1 anyway.
Ow.
As tiny rocks and sand sort of fall down all over you. However, also, something you hear like a thump, thump, massive something, bigger boulders land around. Could you gather up so I can copy you more easily?
Sure.
I'll put you on a new map, as it turns out.
Look, it's a bulette. Hi, buddy. Cursed laser bullet.
I think that'll do.
It's cute in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't everything?
Yes.
Maybe not everything, but
Even Liam.
Yeah, there are definitely things that are
Hey
not
now.
cute in their own way.
make that no longer allowed. Just quickly checking all these damn vision blocking layers. Alright, then we'll make this place allowed. Oh, and then we'll force you to come over here.
No.
As all this sand and dust is raining down from the ceiling.
Okay.
So are a couple of other things.
Uh-huh.
As we will be going to initiative. Next, the bat doesn't get one. Neither does Finger Puncher. As around you, some of the boulders stand up. Now, none of you were hit by them, of course, but they're here. And they're big. And one of them says, "Ha! How do you like that?" So, we'll just give him that damage. Yeah, you're not surprised. You know Mephits enough at this point to not be surprised by their shenanigans. As this elemental, however, is rather big and rather scary, really. Liam Babs would know that that many mage orders use such things for punching down walls and such.
Yep.
Making holes in big things. As it just walks, the sandy floor sort of creaking and breaking under it as it moves up, and seemingly at the sound from above says, "Get the one in plate. Get him first. He falls heavily." As it will punch at Liam.
Okay. That is a hit. However, I will shield that.
No, you don't need to.
Okay.
I can cutting words that for you.
Sure.
Save your shield for 1 year. Save your slots.
Yep, I'll do it. Well, it'll do it again.
That's
I
better
will
damage,
shield.
though.
Yeah, it's better damage. I guess I can take that. Sure.
Big rocky fist punches into Liam and says, "You should just have killed the black one. That would be much easier." From above, as the one that is wounded flies down the hole.
Oh,
Just, now we'll get to see how you like it. As he will open his little mouth and spew out dust and sand at people, targeting Riordan and Gesh for reflex saves.
okay. Huh.
You both succeed, so none of you are blinded by all the dust and sand. You managed to close your eyes in time. He says, "Ah, how do you like that?" Riordan.
Okay. Let's see here. This thing needs to get away from him because he needs to be able to move freely.
They do seem to have reach.
But
And they sort of seem to just glide through the rock here, not really sort of morphing and on merging with the sandstone.
that's annoying. Well, if he has reach, then I'm gonna move in here. Let's see. Yes.
You could fireball all three of them plus Gesh, and that might please them enough to let us go. I'm just saying.
I don't think I
so
can hit all
mean.
three of them without hitting me and Gesh.
No, you definitely can.
I can attempt to. I mean,
You could go like that.
does that hit Gesh too?
Oh yes.
Well, I mean, I could, you know what? Sure. You know what? Sure.
You're such a bad
Rip
influence,
Gash.
Liam.
You know what? No, yeah, sure. He's pull out his flute and play a little jig and point his finger, and a flaming streak bursts out and hits a point in the floor, and then it explodes.
That's horrifying.
Okay.
Get to do dexterity saves.
He plays a nice little tune and then all of a sudden he points and there's a giant explosion. That's terrifying.
Yes.
Well, Gesh
All
is
right.
dead.
I'll be at 4 hit points
Nothing
then. Thank you.
saves.
Nothing saves. Full damage.
Well, hold on a sec. I think I can.
Guess I'll be healing Gesh then.
As,
And
as the fire reaches the method, its body's like as it then into a cloud of dust.
okay.
Close enough for it too.
As
Explodes.
his, he's not finished yet though. Let's see here.
Boom.
As his bonus action, he is going to healing word Gesh. So
What is his
That
word?
softens the blow.
You'll be fine, buddy.
yes.
Whoopsie.
I think the word
I know
is.
who the real mastermind behind this action just was.
I think the word is sorry in this case.
Oh,
Let me just grab the spell because I don't have
soothing
it.
tune.
Yes, soothing tune. After I just completely destroyed you. Can I cast this as a higher level? Yeah, I'm gonna cast this level 2. Why not? It's 8.
All right. Well,
I won't die,
thanks.
but you're welcome. You're welcome, Gesh.
As someone has been bloodied from the hole, another one of these little things comes out. It says, "Ooh!" and flies up to Gesh to study him closely, spending its turn to peer at his burning wounds and poke at them with its long finger, licking its mouth and being incredibly fascinated as it sees his blood run out of it. This earth elemental is not given orders, so it will attack whoever is closest. Do nothing smart about that. So it's Macleum. Nope. And no. Cash.
Let's see. Well, with such a prime target right in front of him, he will hex the method, targeting strength, and then blast it in the face at point blank range.
Yes.
Oh, no, that was the wrong button. Sorry.
Whoa.
With
Whoosh.
this, there we go. 23 and 11.
23 hits.
Okay, that's a total of 9 damage then. That's a bit underwhelming.
Oh, he doesn't like it though. Oh no! Get him! It says to the last elemental.
And Finger Muncher will assist Roland, I guess, in stabbing this one.
My target is the one next to Nelium.
This one.
Okay.
Roll
Anything
it.
else? Okay.
No.
Target found. Do I lightsaber it or spill it to the face?
I mean, lightsaber is gonna work. I'm assuming.
I presume. Sure. Roland will move up. And will attempt to stab the Earth Elemental.
Mhm.
Bringing out Dawnbringer in a mighty swing. Which, with advantage, that's a crit.
Oh, yes.
Critical Dawnbringer.
Oof.
Bunches.
41.
Now he's glad he has a magical weapon that does full damage to them.
What has Gash ever done for us? Liam says, as Gash assists the entire group to greatness.
Finger Muncher is ready to take Gesh's place as the spiritual guide for the party.
Yes.
Oh, finally.
And then,
Don't be Gesh.
Manako,
Gesh just as a
Yeah.
middleman anyway at this point.
I mean,
And
look how much
for-
damage he's sustained
and
already.
that's 10.
Jeez.
That should be 3 less damage on that, so 8.
8.
And it's magical.
Magical. He stabs it. It is a big hunk of rock, though. It seems pretty hardy.
Still, Roland cuts in happily and has no swift action, so he can't just dodge it. So.
Another one of the methods is popping out. Though this one is not fascinated by anything, so it will just move over here and spray its cloud of dust at Cyrilla and Gesh for dexterity saves.
All
It will
right.
succeed.
Okay.
It's not very hard. It's just trying to spray dust and such in your eyes. That's the last one. will crawl out as well. Moving over here to spray dust at Liam and Roland for a dexterity save. That is a failure. And Roland? Yeah, I didn't imagine the rogue would. All right, so with a failure there, Liam will be blinded for a minute.
It's fine. I have the bat.
At the end of your turn, you can do another save. Yeah.
All right. Well, Nix is gonna give me advantage on this dude, and I can use the bat's vision instead of my own.
Though,
So-
as he's not on you, you would see it from a different perspective.
Yes.
Giving you still a disadvantage on the roll, though you're not blind.
Although also the familiar acts after you, not before you, so it can't give you advantage in the same turn.
Where does it say that?
I'm sure it says that somewhere, but that's how I've been doing it the entire time.
Let's
Well,
leave it at that
it,
for now. I'll send you the thing. Done here.
Great. Then I will keep him on me instead, not to get disadvantage this turn.
All right. Which is
Yes.
effectively the same thing.
And I will just go into this dude.
That is both hits.
Yep, 17 and 11 damage.
28.
Yep.
Oh, he's dying. The Mephits cheer. Lady Cirilla.
Man, these guys are disturbing, aren't they? So I will heal Gesh. Because someone has to.
at least you can heal yourself from it.
Exactly.
What's with you all being so hostile? Oh.
I love you, Gesh. I'm healing you. I can not heal you if you want.
She only has the best interest for the group in mind.
So do
Even if you
I.
don't see that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then I'm gonna do a crowd favorite. I'm gonna bring Simi onto the scene.
Yeah.
As you heal someone, the Mephit says, No, not allowed. Bad. Get her.
Less might be better with all the saves and stuff we have to do.
Yes.
I guess, but I'm not gonna be able to get everybody.
It's fine. I don't need it. I'm gonna be concentrating.
Sure. Alright. I will bless everyone but Riordan and I.
Thank the divines.
All right. Anything else? Or is that all the actions?
Actually, no, I can't bless in the same round. Because
Nope.
Cure Wounds is an action and Bless is a normal action.
Mm.
So, I won't do that. And I will...
Isn't there actually also a thing about only casting one spell per turn?
I don't think so.
I
I don't think
believe
so.
Spell and a cantrip per turn.
Yeah, spell at the cantrip and max.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been casting many spells a turn before. Okay.
I
Yeah,
still
I
think
believe we just missed that, but you can't do 2 spells a turn.
I guess I won't do anything then. Wow, that really does restrict the normal cleric action economy.
Sucks.
It's a reason to have a weapon on hand.
Well, I mean, she does, but she's already used her action, so...
Yeah, but for a quick action spell, you can also attack. Well, this guy will just punch her. You know. She's told to.
Just a hit.
Snack. And no.
The first one, I'm gonna cut him when it's the first one. I don't want to get hit.
Oh, yeah.
Avoiding it.
Easy.
This one will continue doing what he's doing since he cannot reach Cirilla easily. And punch at Liam.
Miss.
And no.
Miss.
Morton.
I'm gonna do something. Might be silly, but I'll try and yeah, I'm gonna move away from this earth elemental, like down here. So I will provoke.
Sure.
That's fine. I'll take that.
Splat goes the halfling.
Ow. And just make sure I'm within. Yes. Okay. From here, Riordan is going to cast haste on Liam. And what haste does is a lot of really cool stuff. So we choose Liam. He gets double speed, +2 to AC, advantage on dex throws, and has an additional action which can be used to attack using one weapon attack, or dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. And when it ends, either through the duration or I get hit out of it, then Liam can't take any actions until after his next turn.
It lasts for a minute. Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Haste.
Haste is pretty good.
Super fast.
It is.
This method is looking at Gash very accusatorily as it tries to scratch him. He shot it.
That
Scratches him.
Yeah. You can take that. You made it.
This elemental. We'll punch it roll in. It's been given no other order. So it'll should attack who's.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ow.
In the
Oh,
face. That means.
You can half that, right?
Yes.
Yes. As
Please do.
oh crap! Dodge! Panic dodge. If it would let me roll, there you go. Panic.
As it just brings a big fist down.
And even with
Top
all
of
my
it.
dodging effort, that still hurt.
Yeah, and then it brings down the other fist.
Oh god.
For not nearly as much, but still.
But that means 26 damage overall.
As it raises them again to mechanically bring them down. The whole ground here shaking as like sands begin to fall down. Vesh.
I mean, these methods really don't look that dangerous. So, do I have spells? I have a spell. Although I have this guy Hex, so I sort of need to finish him off. Yeah, Gash will Eldritch Blast 1 on this guy, and then maybe do something else with the second one.
What attribute did you hex on him?
Strength.
Oh,
nice.
this reminds me, Liam. You could do your another save against the dust. Dex save.
Right.
You have advantage on it now.
With that, you hit. That's still failure.
Shoot.
You have bless though.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
you didn't have that at the
no.
end of your
Oh,
turn.
not at the end of the turn.
Well, anyway, yeah, you shoot dust method here with 2 of those.
No,
Dealing
with 1.
Oh, with 1. Okay, well, dealing him 13 points of damage, which makes him explode. So you and Cyrilla can take a Constitution save.
Oof.
Oh boy. Wow.
You
What?
succeed as the method explodes in like a grave dust cloud.
Okay, Gash will then move the Hex to this guy. And blast him with the second bolt. Which I will just roll again, which is a 1.
Nope, that doesn't hit.
Right, and then Gash will move here, which shouldn't provoke because this guy has reach. So he's still in the friend area.
Well,
Ow.
Attack!
A moment, so I quickly need to reset. My reaction is not. So that sucked. Do you want me to continue attacking this Earth Elemental then? Since it looks like I've got advantage still.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. But ow, that sucked. Swing for 26.
that hits.
That's 20 damage.
20 damage.
And that's a nat 1. Because technically only on a first attack, so. Whoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot more I can do at the moment.
All right. This one is still looking angrily at Sibylla as it moves in to try to claw at her. And does not.
Nope.
This one, though, is in love with the idea this elemental is hurting, so it's moving over here and begins to, like, look at the big rocky thing and like, caress it and like, ooh, ah. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to kill this earth elemental.
Method nods. She thinks it's a great idea.
Yes.
That is a miss and a hit.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Then I will take. If that doesn't kill it, I'll
does
take my
not.
haste attack.
It might be an idea to dodge with that instead of attacking, but you know.
That
I
is a
can dodge
miss.
with.
But yeah, you can.
Wasn't it just
No, you
use
can't
object?
dodge with that.
No.
No.
Oh.
It's
It's
use
dash or
object,
hide.
attack a single thing,
Ah,
hide
okay.
or dash. But that's a miss.
I will action surge
Mhm.
and go again. The second thing.
Kill it.
God damn it.
You have
These
less,
ones-
don't you?
I don't.
No.
Lady Cyrilla decided to give Gesh 20 hit points instead.
Oh, right. Sorry. I mean, that was all your fault. You
That
wanted me
is
to hit him,
2
so.
misses.
It's karma.
It
That's what it
strikes
is.
at its hardened rocky surface.
Don't blame the cleric, man. Cleric's keeping you
Lady
alive.
Cyrilla.
Well, Roland's pretty damn hurt.
Does Liam get a save? So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets a save.
advantage.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's unfortunate saves.
Yeah.
Very. I'm gonna healing word Roland because I can't really. Actually,
I can heal him where I'll use the
no.
bonuses.
I've got a better idea. I'm gonna do the step forward. I'm gonna attack the golem,
The
And-
elemental, as it were.
the elemental, whatever. It looks like a golem.
Ah, that's a good idea.
And then in the same action, I'm gonna allow an attack of opportunity by the dust method.
He'll scratch you. He doesn't like you healing people.
I'm fine with that. I mean, it misses, so.
You
Then-
clink your sword against the elemental's leg.
I'm gonna heal Roland.
Oh, you want that self healing, don't you? 17 hit points, thank you.
So I just need to do some quick measuring. So that was 5, that was 30. So.
You overpoke for that elemental too.
Nope.
Nope, because I'm mobile. Oh, wait, actually, I was in 10? Ah, crap, I was.
Yeah.
So I guess I won't. I won't move away. I'll stay there.
Okay.
This one, though, has been commanded to go for you. And so he will.
Okay.
I'm noticing we're being caged.
Yes, I can see that.
He'll smack at Cyrilla.
Ah,
I can't help you there.
16.
nope. Yeah, that
And-
definitely hits.
Not
And that
anything.
misses.
This one is not being commanded to do anything, so it will continue fighting Liam. Hitting him even with its 21 AC.
I
No.
will
I mean-
shield that.
Okay, sure, shield.
Right. Shield is plus 5 AC, bringing it to
Yes.
26, which is just enough to stop him. The other fist comes down and misses.
Wow.
For this
26
round, I
AC.
think you also have the plus 5, right? I think it's
Yes.
For until
One
his
round.
turn rolls around again, yeah.
It's just smacks on it. Jordan?
Right, I need to hit something. Let's see here. I could probably take out one of them. Trying to see here. Okay. Reardon is going to cast another fireball. He's not going to hit anybody this time, though. He's going to hit it here.
Right.
And see what comes out of that. Can guess this. Go. So 31. Well, 15 for him.
All right. 15 for this guy.
Yep.
31 for the others.
Yep. He's going to move a bit further back here. He still has his bonus action, so
He's not blinded.
he's gonna inspire Liam, hopefully to shake off the blindness at some point.
This one is going to attack Roland with disadvantage.
For a 14.
Thank God for the disadvantage.
And 15.
15.
Ow.
Which hits, but I mean,
Could be worse.
yeah. Yeah. I'm still going to half that.
6 damage instead of 23.
Yes.
Alright. Gash will blast the one on the left here.
Mhm.
Hopefully destroy it for good. 20 for max damage. Okay.
20 hits. Yeah.
Well, for Gash, no, we didn't get blessed, right? That would be 14 plus 1, then 15. 15 damages. And Fingermuncher will continue doing what he's doing.
Yep.
Doing good work.
Let's reset that cunning action again, and
It's a useful
dodge.
thing to have. You know.
My dodge is very useful. Well, Roland will slice in again with Dawnbringer and That's a kind of a crit.
A crit.
Oh my gosh.
That's 39.
Crazy.
Why do we even need Gash? He never does anything useful.
Yeah,
And
just
that,
have finger
and that's
muncher
an offhand for 8.
Woo.
They'll do it. As the big rock crumbles under the barrage of sunlight. To a pile of rocks that begin falling through the floor.
That's my turn.
Right. This guy looks at this and says, No. You were supposed to die. You didn't understand, did you? Fine, I'll do it myself. And then he will flop into one of the holes in the floor. Disappearing.
Well, try to kill this thing again.
That's a popular course of action. That is not doing anything, though.
Wow.
Bonus haste attack. Nope.
Take your save.
Nope.
You can try
My
it.
God.
Oh, actually, I have advantage because of the haste.
You do. Advantage on dex
You do.
saves.
Yeah, I'm
go.
not blind.
You're not
And
blind.
you still have your inspiration. You want to use it on attack next turn, so.
Yeah, but none of those were
Want
good
some
enough
little
that I
band
wanted to
to help.
like-
I mean,
I know.
he's
Yeah, I'll help myself
So,
over here.
next turn you can benefit from it. Cyrilla.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. And I feel like everyone's hurt and could do with a little bit of a pick me up. So I feel like it could be evenly spread across for 6 to everybody. I feel
Sure.
like that would help everyone a little bit.
So what's going on here?
6 hit points. That's what's going on. To everybody!
Yes. So this isn't also like heal yourself extra, does it?
Nope.
Or is it? It's just okay.
Nah, Blessed Healer needs a
pretty good.
spell level.
I see. Okay.
Or I think it's a healing spell. So
I feed a potion to someone else and heals from it.
no, it has to be a healing
Two
spell,
clerics, they can
and
do back and forth.
channel
Has a
ability doesn't
spell.
count.
Okay. Would be good though.
It would be great.
Anything else you want to do?
Nope, because
Nope.
reasons.
This guy will start to punch you.
That's fine.
She was told
Oh, he punches
15
me.
damage. And 10 damage.
Ow.
His big rocky fists fall down upon you. This one, we'll try to hit Liam. And a crit for 18.
Oh, I forgot to put my hex on someone. Shit.
Well, if anyone can take 18 damage, it's Liam.
You didn't forget, I killed your target that had the hex on it.
It's not even.
Yeah, but I could have reassigned the hex.
Riordan.
Oh no, I need to do that on my turn. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm rambling.
Let's see here. How many slots do I have? Yeah. All right. Healing word level 2 on Cyrilla. She needs a bit of a help there. 8, and then he is going to Eldritch Blast the Earth Elemental 3 beside Gesh there. So 27 or 10.
All right.
Yep.
Gosh.
Right. Gex, what? Gex will transfer his hex to this guy.
We can call it Gex if you want.
Gex, yeah. And
Gex's
we'll
hex.
blast him. 22 for 9.
22 hits.
Right, that's a total of 15 damage, as the hex also does its thing. And Fingermuncher will continue helping Roland.
On.
Crit again.
I see a target.
Wrong one.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay, good deal.
The other one, yeah.
Oops, sorry. I saw the tiny creature. I was like, oh, is that? As Roland actually moves down here in this reality. That's a 10.
No.
That's a 13.
No.
Wait, don't they have
me know.
advantage?
Not the second one.
Launcher?
No, only the first one.
As you hear a rumble and a tantrum happening from below you, as basically the whole place begins collapsing.
Well, that's an
Luckily, you
issue.
might still have time to kill these things.
Well, I will certainly try.
You could do it.
It's a lot nicer to fight them while still standing than when you fall.
22
22
or
hits.
16 damage.
16 damage.
Doesn't kill it.
Oh, he's on his last rocky legs, though.
Then 15 more damage. Alright, then Liam will step up here, and he is a great weapon master, which means that anytime he crits or kills something with a heavy weapon that he's proficient with, he gets a bonus attack, which he will direct to this Earth Elemental 3 here.
So cleave.
Yeah, it's a cleave. 19 for 14 damage.
Alright.
And then he will take the haste attack. 19 for 17 damage.
So many attacks.
Do earth elementals count as objects?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, with 4 attacks spent, that is what Liam can do.
Right. Cyrilla. Feel the earth disappearing under you.
Sure. I'll hit it, or try to,
You hit
and
with
move out of its
damage.
reach.
Oh well.
Fine with that. And
Yes.
you know what? I think that everyone deserves a little heal, but I think yeah, why not? Another 6, everyone.
Throwing healing coins to the people.
Woo! Heals for everyone.
That didn't actually do what I wanted. Alright. So it'll punch Gesh first.
Oh, no.
Disadvantage.
16.
That still hits.
And then Roland.
Okay.
Dodge!
For 9.
Phew.
And as it does, the earth crumbles as the round ends, and you feel all yourselves falling down through the sandy rock.
Oh boy.
Could you do me dexterity saves?
Yes. You still have advantage, Liam.
Oh, being super fast.
This is like the opposite of rocks fall, everyone dies, except we are still dying.
I thought my first failed reflex save.
Oof.
All right. Yeah, you're looking at a DC 12.
Was Roland the only one who failed?
Half damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Half
rogue was the
damage.
only one who failed the reflex save.
So half or full of this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So would half be 3 or 4? Would
Go
half be 3 or 4?
And then everyone takes.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, the haste disappeared.
Everyone
Haste is
takes
gone.
15. As you smash into something that is hard.
Gesh is down.
Eventually. That includes this elemental, who only takes half though. Which still breaks him though.
Okay.
As he falls and
Quickly.
shatters during the fall, which is lucky because you're in a very condensed space when you.
Can I heal Gesh?
Not yet. Let me just
Okay.
move you.
I mean, they got what they wanted. Someone's down. They'll leave us alone.
As you land on a hard and sort of wet floor. In what seems to be some part of an old ceiling that is broken in. Yeah. The Mephit doesn't seem to be here. You hear more rumbling and crashing as you look up to see just really rocks, a massive boulder having lodged itself in the hole. Would have probably crushed you somewhat, but the hole simply isn't big enough for it to actually go through. As you look around your surroundings, you see, most you see, I guess there is a shining light blade in Roland's hand. You might not have given the reason that. So you can see a clammy old tunnel with weird swirling like things on the wall. Looks like just sort of old paintings that have been completely ruined by water damage. The place has water in sort of about ankle height in the room, and it seems to slowly be rising as something within is giving like a splashing sound.
I'd like to take this opportunity to heal our downed compatriot.
Yes.
He's just laying very still with all the bruises and rocks and falling flat, and everything hurts in this situation. But
I unbury Gesh.
Yes. As she's doing so, Regan's going to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Oof. Thank you.
Gesh wakes up in the water, he coughs, and tastes that it tastes very acidic. The water. Probably not good for his equipment in the long run to be in.
Well, when you're trapped in a tunnel when there's rising water, you try and find an exit.
I heard something about staying put for wait for rescue, but
I mean,
You
it's no
find like a door frame.
You find a door frame, hide underneath, find a desk, crouch underneath. I suggest we run.
Sure.
the water
there's
seems to be
something
rising very slowly.
Very slowly.
Yeah.
Well, we should at least get moving. No point staying around here. Although as we are moving, these tunnels, do they look like natural, just random tunnels, or dug by something, or maybe artificial?
These current ones look like they are natural tunnels. They have perhaps once held some sort of underground river or something. They have, though, in some places been smoothed, though if that's by water or something else moving through them, you don't really know. It could be someone with like a chisel working hard, sandpaper, whatnot.
Okay.
Liam moving here can begin to look down these paths and see that there indeed does seem to be some areas that have been sort of crafted and smoothed. The wall, you can see they're covered in a thick layer of a slime oozing out of a little hole in the side. Beyond that, you can see the natural cave continuing down a bit. Noticing again that there's a lot of this like gray slime everywhere, dripping from the ceiling or such.
Well, anyone have a preference?
I mean, this to the left looks interesting.
I mean, it's just full of
Notice
water.
that the air here seems very stale, and
Oh.
staying here for a long time or lighting fires could become somewhat of a problem. As you move here into this room, something falls upon you.
Oh.
Hey, can we just move Thriller up here?
So if you please stop.
Oh, can I be a bit further up?
He was AFK for a second.
Yeah. Went downstairs to grab dessert.
This will be an attack with advantage. Liam? 17 does not hit. And on Reorden.
Pseudopods.
Oh.
As the two
great.
oozes fall down next to you from the ceiling, dripping thickly.
Hello.
Beyond that, a couple more begin to slime down in the way of the natural cave as well. Liam reacts quickly, though, to the falling slime, maybe even stepping to the side.
Well, we have fought ooze before.
Mm-hmm. It generally is bad for your equipment to do stuff to it, but magic generally is fine.
Yes, that's what I was gonna think. I don't want my sword to like corrode if I hit these.
Armor and weapons do, but magical stuff is generally resilient enough to handle it. All with the strongest uses.
Also, I still imagine a blade made of light is not susceptible to being rusted.
It is not.
Alright, well, in that case, Liam will go for Grey Ooze number 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
In front of him, and He will lay into these with power attacks. Because they're oozes and easy to hit usually. Probably not the 5 though.
5 does not hit,
Nope.
smacking into the rock, but an 18 does.
Yep, that is 27 damage.
Squishes it.
Ow.
Yep. That kills it, so I get a bonus attack. Which I will do also power attack. I can't use power attack, the power attack function on a single attack, so we'll just have to add it manually. I said.
Let's take the first anyway.
So that would be a -5 to hit, so that's a probably a hit and a +10 to damage, so a 27 damage on that. Yep.
Wow.
Get away from the get away from me, filthy beast, creature, ooze. Liam is done.
She cut it. She cuts it. This blade.
Yep. Gleaming.
Roll on.
Do we see more? At the moment? Oh, behind. Nigga.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see them, but maybe Gesh like, ugh.
Does Gesh exclaim discomfort?
Oh yes. Constantly.
Hi, Gesh.
It's more Lady Sibylla.
Yeah, I suppose.
Gesh talks to himself a lot.
Well,
Bet.
It's like Edwin.
No, isn't he talking to his brother?
I'm just going to go ahead and magically attack this thing.
Okay.
Not with fire, because we were told that's bad.
You're gonna chillingly touch it. Sure.
Most chilling of touches.
Since it's within my power to necromantically touch it.
Mm-hmm.
I will then proceed to move back.
Right.
And then I would actually like to, as a cunning action, hide.
All right.
Poof!
Nice.
Ooze will ooze over and try to ooze Gesh.
He fails.
Wow.
He's not happy with that.
Gesh's mighty armor holds him off.
Yeah,
Wow.
his spiky drow armor.
Over here, and then he can have to double move, which he cannot reach, so he will go here and wait for his oozing turn. Jordan.
Okay, Rayon's gonna run down here and nimbly pass through Roland, pop here.
I doubt you can see Roland anymore.
Well, I was gonna run down the corridor and I'll see you then, so.
Just bend into the wall. I don't exist.
Oh, true, yeah. You're
Doing
still
the
in the
Sam
way.
Fisher thing by like standing like between the walls.
Yes.
You know, up close to the roof.
The bat still sees me.
Oh yeah, bat sees you.
And yeah, Rayon's just gonna blast ooze 4.
All right. It has cover.
It's fine.
You both hit with those. It is pretty easy to hit the ooze. It's not
Alright.
really trying to dodge or anything.
Alright. Cool. Yeah, I can't move anymore. That's all my movement, so.
Gesh.
Alright. Gesh will blast those.
Okay.
Or
Who's blasting?
damages.
Anything else?
No. All things considered, he's pretty good at
Lady Sorrel.
taking hits from these.
All right. I think I'll heal Gesh.
Alright.
A smidge. And
11.
myself.
Efficiency.
Appreciate it.
And then while I'm at it, I think I'll move through Gesh. Smudge him out the way.
It would stop me from reaching it.
Oh yeah, I suppose you do go before
Actually,
it does.
let me measure.
So-
Let me measure. No, I can't reach it anyway. Never
No?
mind. No, it's too far away from me.
Okay. That way I at least protect the squishy one.
Alright. Liam?
Well, he'll move here and then like, oh my god, there's so many people.
A narrow tunnel.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Excuse me.
I mean, that's probably what happens.
Yep.
Roland.
So I'm hidden right now,
Mm-hmm.
which
Oh, actually, Bat will give Roland advantage on the.
I think I'd have advantage anyway from being hidden. So
Yeah.
Well, Bat is helping by flapping and be like, "It's here! It's here!"
You give him a name and you're still calling him bad. It's disgraceful.
but sure.
You'll have a normal to hit. Since you have advantage and disadvantage.
Why do I have disadvantage?
Because you basically can't see it really.
Fair. Basically arcing it around the corner.
Yeah. While it also has cover.
Unless I can. I suppose I could move up and try slashing it.
If you could have room, but there's not really room to.
I mean, can I stand like above Cirilla?
No. We should see this. Just
Okay, there's wall there. Alright, I'll try to arc the shot around the corner.
Mhm.
Though it is engaged with an ally, meaning I do get my sneak attack.
Yeah, definitely. You have a normal to hit.
That's a crit.
It's a crit. It usually doesn't like that.
Which means that's 29 plus 15.
It's 43? 44? 44, I think. It is dead either way.
As it just shrivels up as the necromantic energy seems to tear it apart.
As the ooze continues to drip around, but none of it seems to be sort of remotely sentient.
Let's get out of here right now.
Well, I would much more trust these artificial tunnels to eventually lead us somewhere interesting rather than these natural tunnels who might just end in dead ends.
Sure. Seems fair to me.
As you move here, could you do a perception check?
Can I do a perception check? Probably not.
Liam,
But try.
because he's in the front.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he will see a pair of what first seems to be floating eyeballs looking at him. Before you then see like a gelatinous wall almost, taking up most of the room into a sort of semi see-through square, looking at him.
Gelatinous cube.
What?
Well,
As it looks at him, and he hears a voice in his head say, "Oh, hey there. Could you tell me what I am?"
Liam looks somewhat dumbfounded and says, "You look like a cube made of jelly with two eyes floating in it."
It twitches a bit, and says, "Yes, that's the best I could come up with too."
Do we any of us recognize what this is?
It looks to be a cube made of some gelatinous thing.
What would it be to know what it is?
Well, what would that be? I don't even know. Arcane, probably?
I can do arcane.
Magic check?
It used to be dungeoneering, but
No.
that's all gone.
I think, yeah.
With a 25, I'm critical.
Everyone knows everything about gelatinous cubes.
His father left him like an entire book about gelatinous oozes.
He was. You had an uncle who was weird and was very into gelatinous cubes. He picked it up in his scripts in the Underdark once, but yeah. Basically, gelatinous cubes are big blocks of gelatin. Usually, they hang around to ambush people by having people simply walk into them and then they dissolve them very rapidly. They are absolutely unintelligent. They are a colony of single-celled little ooze spots, and generally they just sense something near them and move towards it, pushing them towards a wall or something, or forcing them to be in the cube. They are pretty much difficult to see, and are in the sort of the bigger category of oozes.
Well,
That's what it appears to be, at least.
Well, you appear to be what others would refer to as a gelatinous cube, though most of your kind cannot speak.
It twitches again, says, well, thank you. Could you tell me where I am? I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, you come from somewhere else, I suppose.
We come from quite far away.
How far is that?
Roller's just going to look to Liam and see what Liam has to see how Liam wants to
Liam
respond to that.
says, you seem to be inhabiting some old tunnels in the Underdark.
Oh, I mean, that seems about right from what I understand. But are you on your way past? Am I? He sort of squeeze himself a little to the side or into the wall. I mean, don't hold back. I've just, I just don't get the chance to talk to a lot of people.
We are sort of trying to find our way out of here. We fell.
It sort of jitters again. Says, well, as I understand it, there should be a way out further out there, though. It's sort of, I mean, I've thought about going there, but I have never really been able to, get up there. Maybe it sort of jitters again. Now that the water's rising, maybe I can use that to swim up. I would kind of like to see what's outside.
Liam nods. Makes perfect sense to him.
Oh.
He says, yes, I want to bring this cube with us. Can it be a companion?
The eyes hover there, looking at you.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I really don't know. I mean, I have always been here, as far as I understand. I mean, I didn't really used to think about a lot of things, but then, some time ago, I don't really. I mean, it's hard to tell, really. It sort of looks around by jittering. That's really all it can do, because it's a cube made of gelatin with eyeballs floating in it. It says, I had this person in me that was dissolving, but it seems that I sort of began to understand things through him, and now only the eyes are left. But they don't seem to go away, so, seeing is certainly interesting. He was a drow who had come here to look for someone, but he fell into this place. Maybe like you, if you came from the same way. I have a hard time squeezing through the tunnels that way. There's too many rocks.
I see.
That drow, what was he doing here?
Well, I don't really understand it, but he was trying to take a look around for something or someone. I really haven't had the ability to conceptualize a lot of the things I know.
How long ago was this?
I mean, a lot of slime have dripped through here. There really isn't much of a way for me to tell. Sort of twitches around. I've been here for quite a long time, though. It feels like a long time. That's really the only indication I can give.
Well, do you know if there's any other slimes or oozes or traps that way?
Oh, there's plenty of them. Yes, further in. They don't really speak, not very conversational. They just sort of hang there from time to time. I think most of them passing through. There's little holes in the ground some places. They sort of drip from the ceiling and just go down. There's a pool further in where they sort of end up in the end and then they sink through it. I'm too big though, can't fit.
Hmm. Well, Liam will sort of slowly move.
It pushes itself into the wall, like trying to.
I'm just gonna take a peek over here, if that's okay.
Yeah, it sort of just says, "Be careful." I think they try to drip on people.
I see.
Oh! By the way, it says it as it from its body, just begins to like jitter and such as you see like a few pieces of bone and such from the back of it being pushed forward. So, take this. I kept it for someone who was nice. It says as like cling, 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 things fall onto the floor.
Oh dear.
I will mage hand those from a distance.
Sure.
What is it?
It appeared to be somewhat a bunch of similar corroded coins and sort of tiny bits of what seems to be a drow. The eyes stay in it though, but there is also a mace that looks fancy and hasn't been damaged at all.
Oh,
Roland will examine it for magical properties as it floats before him.
ooh.
Sure. It appears to have magical properties.
Magical mace.
Yeah, the big thing. There also be the working coin would be 14 copper pieces.
Ooh.
I will keep this personally.
Magic, you say?
Can take a few minutes to take a look at it. Yeah, it appears to be a magical mace used to allow a wielder to have light and fight at the same time. You can quite easily figure out that if you hold the mace in a certain way and sort of concentrate upon it, it begins to burst a flame with green flames.
Green flame.
Shining brightly. If the mace as a torch, functioning as a torch as well as a mace, and dealing an extra fire damage if you hit someone with it.
Roland will stare at it as it floats before him, before pausing for a moment and looking back in the tunnel. His whisper spell extending out to Cilia. Well, not Cilia. Cirilla. Cirilla,
Yep.
I have something for you.
Shall I squeeze you? Oh, excuse me. Pardon me.
Can Riordan use a mace?
Ah.
I mean,
He doesn't tend to melee
No,
attack as much as
I
Cirilla
don't
does.
have good strength. It's not a finesse weapon, so no.
Yeah, now that I can't cast multiple spells in a round, so I'm now going to be using that a lot more.
As you'll see the mace floating in Roland's invisible mage hand, just casually floating through and spinning. He'll explain to you what he identifies about the mace with his high roll,
Sweet.
and will allow you to take it from his mage hand if you wish.
Sure. I can take that. I can definitely take that. So it's just a magical mace that does extra fire damage at the end?
So it sounds like a +1
Shines
mace
like
that
a
does
torch.
+1 fire damage.
It's an action to turn on or off. When it's turned on, it shines like a torch in green light, and it does 1 + 1 fire damage.
Okay.
The cube jitters, its eyeballs turning to you as you take it up. It's hard to see if it's happy or not as it looks at you.
Can I insight to the ooze?
Try. It's going to be a disadvantage.
$17.
It seems the ooze is pleased that its little gift has been appreciated. From its soothing surface movements.
You know, Roland really studied the Underdark well. It's no surprise he can identify an ooze's emotions.
Well, you know, it's the
And that
idea he gets
uncle.
anyway.
And I know that weird uncle as well.
Yeah, it was brought them to the table and everything.
Elven family reunions, man.
People live for a long time, you know, and sometimes an elf falls in a place in the Underdark where they can't get out, but there's enough food for them to live for 30 years, and then when they're rescued, they're weird, they're strange.
Add on to that like Roland's father was an adventurer, and it's like adventurers as well. So weird.
Roland couldn't imagine being an adventurer.
Never.
Whatever, Dad.
Yeah. Just a weirdo.
Is gonna be a seamstress, like you always wanted.
As Roland will continue to edge around the edge of the room.
Sure. Would you mind terribly if I just sort of followed you guys?
Looks at it and says, I mean, you seem nice enough. I'm fine with it, I suppose.
Everyone's going to get a message spelled into their heads from Roland, basically saying, I don't trust this thing, I don't trust this thing.
Roland never trusts anything, though, so it's nothing new.
This is true! Roland doesn't trust anything anything that hasn't been around for a long time.
Plus, he is a were-hyena, so we can't really trust much that he says.
Oh, I see how it is!
As you go here.
He has the madness with him.
Just do an initiative check again. Initiative. As Liam gets an attack with advantage. Nope. And Roland. Yes. For 5 damage. And 10 damage. Is his armor magical?
Roland's?
Yep.
No.
Then it takes -1 permanent reduction to its AC. As the oozes drop down on you. From seemingly unanimated blobs of oozes.
What I'm hearing is that the Gesh should go first, because he has a magical armor.
I
But
don't
also-
have metal armor.
But also half damage. So how much damage did I take? It was 10 and...
10
Oh
and
yeah,
5, 15.
it's actually only metal armor, so
Yeah.
Roland's probably fine.
Yeah, Roland should be fine.
He has leather.
Yeah, no magical metal.
No, I have studded leather.
I don't think
the
that's
studs. They're
I don't
metal.
think that's metal.
But that's fair.
I don't think that's metal.
It's
Depend. I
Yeah.
suppose
It has metal parts, but main part of it is not.
But does it not apply, or...?
It
No,
does.
you don't worry about it.
Yeah, it says flexible level. It's reinforced with.
It's a semantics, but for
rivets.
these little oozes, I don't think it.
Nah.
Alright, well, let's attack.
A repeat performance.
Certainly can't be
Go try.
eroded away.
That is 2 hits.
Yep, does 27 kill one of them?
You kill both of them with those.
Alright.
Yes, they just splatter.
Liam looks with some concern at the the smoke that's coming off the armor.
As Roland stands there. Very thankful he managed to dodge that somehow without knowing they're coming.
With sad
It's
pictures.
very uncanny.
Hmm.
Cold. Very uncanny.
His elven senses twitching before he even knows.
Although, I do have a feeling that Roland would appreciate a little bit.
Yes, he would.
I also appreciate the 3 hit points.
Worried glance behind Gesh.
Yeah, I feel like this guy should back us into a corner and then just eat
You
us.
know,
I've been oozed.
he's very friendly. He's the friendliest ooze I've ever met.
It
I
worries
don't
me.
like those eyes. They're creepy. They creep me out.
It's just a dead drow eyes that have somehow fused with him and given him sentience.
You know, having fish armor really helps in this situation.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah,
it's
fish
hardened fish scales, so it's not metal. Hence why I'm in the front.
Yeah, ladies realize lead the charge.
Yeah, you move further into a more flattened room. It seems to be bigger. The on the walls you can see faded reliefs of like tentacles reaching out of a massive ocean.
Tentacles, you say? What?
Tentacles.
Is there any other writing on the walls?
No, it just seems to be these like someone drew like an ocean at the bottom and then tentacles reaching out for the ceiling. There seems to have been like oozed a hole in the or corroded a hole in the wall that's then gone on to what seems to be a pool of water further in. What sort of grey oozy water?
I don't like pools of grey oozy water.
No, that seems to be a home for ooze, doesn't it?
Yep. I feel like we should go the other way. I like humanoid-made holes, generally. Presuming we can
there was
squeeze
an
through.
exit in here somewhere.
Presumably we can squeeze through this.
Yeah. You can go for-
What
Can we
does
get-
this seem to be?
It's each different paths, so they seem pretty identical.
Can we get our familiars to check them out before we go through them?
They can go that way if you want.
Sure.
Send the familiars!
Flying through the
Send Nix in to take a peek.
paths. Should be more there.
Forwards, little
You fly
Nix.
and see that the paths sort of coalesce into a door. Now,
Okay.
Just a second. The door has a nice carving into it. It appears to be a sort of a big sculpture of what seemed to be some sort of humanoid creature. There's like crab claws and stuff, but it's sort of expanding into a big blob thing. It appears very old.
Well,
This seems related to our friend here. Turning it into a blob.
As Cyrilla moves here, could she do a reflex saving throw?
Nope.
Cyrilla moves forward and just disappears, falling
Nice.
down into a hole.
Yeah.
Instantly. However, the hole's deep enough. She almost managed to grab the ledge, but as it turns out, she fails, taking damage. She falls into the pit. 6 points of fall damage. In addition to that, she gets automatically hit once by the thing that's in the pit,
Oh god.
which
I
is
don't like things being in a pit.
9 damage and
the thing in the pit.
6 damage. Oh wait, that's super twice. I meant to do the acid. There we go. So 9 damage and 25 damage.
Oh!
You have you don't have metal armor, but you have a shield, right? Is that a magical shield?
No, it's wood though. So
Okay. As you fall
I go down.
onto
probably.
a black pudding, taking up most of the hole, basically sinking into it.
Oh no.
Am I
As
down?
it's
I don't
just
know.
as it just loves this oozing acid thing that's going on. I think that's
This is terrible.
I think I'm down, but I don't know. Maybe my token moved as I applied the damage.
Well, yeah, you took some damage and then you.
Currently you're at minus 17.
How did you? You seem you took more damage than mine than you should have.
There we go. Why?
Oh yeah, you took too much
25.
damage. It should
You
only
took-
be the first pseudopod attack, not
Yep.
both.
No, it's true.
Oh, okay. Well, the acid damage is what did it, right?
Yeah, but the point With the point that you took, that's 6, and then you took 9, and then
no,
25.
just 9 and 25.
Yeah, that would have definitely downed me anyway. I think I was
So it wouldn't
in
have killed you.
20s.
9 and 25.
Don't think I am
is,
dead.
like 34, so you can heal yourself 6 HP.
Yeah, you should be at -11, not -17.
If I heal 6, it's just gonna bring me up to 6, I think.
Well, we know you should be at
Okay.
-11, so...
And then hurt yourself for 11.
Well,
Well, 6.
more than that.
17.
17.
There we go.
Smack!
I'm
Smack!
dead the right amount of time.
Riordan reacts as you hear like stirring, as other holes in the ground of the other tunnels begin to, like, the tiles that were there begin to sort of remove as black pudding begins to move its way up.
Okay. I'm gonna run.
Join combat too.
Okay. Right. Riordan's gonna run down the corridor that Cirilla went. Can I see the pit? Like,
Yep,
I'm not
you
gonna
can see the
fall.
pit.
Okay, so I can look down it.
I will mark the pits now with
There is the black pudding in there as well.
cross here.
Yes, that's fine.
Pit. 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 Pit.
Well, Riordan will go here and peer down.
You see her in a massive ooze that's like eating her.
Oh God, can I cast a spell on her while she's in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna cast Healing Word on her. I'm sure it's a rude awakening, but I think she needs to get out. Just to bring her up. It's not much, but
I mean, you heal from
Something.
0, thankfully, so...
and then can these oozes climb or like?
Yes, easily.
Okay. He's going to cast Dissonant Whispers on it as a level 2. See if it makes a save.
Can't imagine they're overly wise.
I hope not.
I can't click on it easily, so we'll just do it with the one above it.
No. Okay.
15 damage and attack
And
opportunity from
Yes.
Cirilla.
And it has to run away from me. And Cirilla. As far
Technically, you
as
get one as well because it has to
goes.
climb out the pit. Is next to you.
Yeah, if it
Just a second. We need to do 15 damage.
yes.
11 probably doesn't hit.
Go lie down.
And with an 11, you do hit.
Okay.
Wow.
Would I get a hit in it as well, or is it too far away?
No, the pit itself is 10 feet.
So
deep.
10 damage?
Sure.
10 damage.
Is that like the furthest it can go? That is all of its movement.
No, just give me a second here.
Sure, sorry.
Because there's a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Cirilla now does have a magic weapon. Alright. And then we have 10. Yeah. So, as you clubber it, it moving. It's full movement, which is 20, so it goes there. Leaving her in a pit. You can try to climb out of.
I don't have an action left to help you, but I'll be here.
Liam.
Could Liam go up there and like pull down a rope? Like, could he be here and toss down a rope over Riordan?
Spend your action to give her advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems. Well, I think we need to get Cirilla out of that acid.
Yeah, we do.
What's the range on fly?
All right. All right. This ooze had a liking to the meal it had. So it will ooze along the ceiling and drop on Riordan to make its attack on him. No.
Wow.
It
That
does
is
not.
so many
So
sixes.
it'll be here instead. Yeah. So tried to drop on him, but dropped too early, I suppose.
Whoa.
Without even hitting early either. Though it does try to pseudopod her. Threatening. This one here. Ooze along as it will. Oozing here and trying to pseudopod Roland.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Lady Sibilla. We're in a pit. There's an ooze trying to pseudopod down at you again. You're laying down in the bottom. Some oozing nasty water covering you as Liam has thrown a piece of rope down. One of the few pieces that weren't eaten by Bulette.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I believe I can stand up for as a move action or something.
It's half your movement to stand up.
Yeah, and then I'll climb up. I feel.
Sure, you can do your athletics check.
Yay.
Hey, that is enough.
And
Yeah, drag you behind me. Just
I don't want to be there really.
It takes 10 movement to get out of the pit.
I've got so much movement. I've got
So you
all of
spend
it.
half, which is like 20 on standing up, then 10, so you have 15 left.
As it turns out.
Get you there.
Um.
You're on the pro.
So that was my movement and action, or just movement?
Just movement.
All right. I feel like I need a lot more hit points than what I currently have.
As do I.
Yeah.
You're on 5.
I'm on 5. It's not great, and I'm pretty much out of spells. But do I? No, I remember giving that to Gesh. So I guess I will cure.
hey, buddy.
Hell?
I'm gonna put my.
Can an ooze eat an ooze?
Can he?
No,
Yeah, can he?
Oozes are immune to acid.
I'm gonna put my eggs in a basket and
Command them to stand back.
heal Roland.
He said they weren't very talkative, so I'm assuming they don't understand him.
Yeah, I'll heal Roland. Because I reckon if you can kill him, I can at least be saved afterwards.
Try to ooze at Gesh.
No.
Gesh.
Really happy I got this pet armor because that would have been a hit otherwise.
Most of their hurt is acid, though, so Gesh is perfect for this.
That is true, but taking no damage is better than taking
Really, he's
less damage than
strapped
usual.
to his allies' bodies. Too.
I think the most reasonable use here would be to hex the ooze. Hex the ooze.
What abilities?
That
A
is the most
strength
reasonable.
hex.
All right.
Make it all floppy and liquidy instead.
Viscous.
And then blast it.
You hit with both of those.
Alright.
Which is very
For
easy to hit.
18. For a total of 30 damage then.
Splat.
As Finger Muncher will go give Roland advantage against this ooze.
Right, roll on.
Kill it, Roland!
I will attempt to slice apart a black pudding.
All right. Yeah.
Put it
Slicing the
next
pudding.
to some bacon.
I mean, I'm using radiant
Fried
damage, not
toast.
slashing anyway, so
You know,
I'm feeling of light.
baked beans
Liked
is
it.
pretty good with them. Sausage.
Oh, like cooking.
18.
Yep. I mean, the 12 would have hit too. It's
It's an
very
ooze.
easy.
Yeah, my 11 hit, so it's pretty
For
good.
23 damage.
23.
Do I use my normal short sword on it as well? It's magical, so
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
stab for 4 damage.
show it what you're made of, man.
That's actually a critical because I have my companion. So that's another decent
Oh, that's true.
one.
Yes.
All of the damage.
Okay. So I'm up here. Just down here. We'll attack Roland. For 4 punching damage and 12 acid. Does Roland have magical metal armor? Oh, we
He does
already
not.
asked that.
No, yeah, he does not have magical or metal armor.
And no shields either. So
Nope.
he's good. Well, he takes 16 damage.
I will lower that down to 8. My uncanny dodge for this turn.
Roland. Riordan?
Um. Ugh. What to do?
Yes.
What to do? Well, they're not in a good place for that. Well, I'm gonna keep my last spell just in case someone goes down. So I'm just going to blast. Which
Cover ooze or no cover ooze?
one? That's the question. I think no cover ooze would be the best. Even though they're rare, easy to hit, I think Black Pudding 2 needs to be blasted in the face.
Alright.
Or
Doesn't really have a
12.
face, but you hit with both of those, so it's mute.
Yes. All of it is his face, in my perspective.
Anything else?
I can't move anywhere. I'd love to swap places with Liam, but I can't. Unless he wants to drag me out of the way.
Well, he froze himself in the hole.
No, I'm fine with that. I'll stay here.
Alright, well, Liam is in a bit of a pickle because he can't really move
Can't really get
anywhere.
anywhere.
It's a hole or over there, but he does have a reach weapon actually, so he'll switch out for his halberd. So we'll do that.
I mean, you could drag Cirilla behind you, but that would take your
salty halberd. Hang on. Let's see. Well, do I have this? Speed. Come on, buddy. There we go. Yay! All right. Let's
It has cover as you attack it, but you can attack it.
I will attack it, most certainly. Hoya!
Splat, splat. Even with its cover, you hit both those. Though the second one is at a -1 damage. As each hit reduces the
Sure,
weapons.
it should also be probably like a +1 damage to those because of the re-rolls, but it's not applied to this halberd because we haven't really used it. So it'll be a 25 and then a 20, a 26.
As you swing it, though, you might only want to do the first attack because you swing it and just like cut the pudding, and it just turns into 2 puddings.
Oh,
Don't use slash damage.
You slashed it.
Fuck.
I only use piercing and light.
As you
It's
now have
ooze
2
number
puddings
1.
of half the size.
Oh, they're cute.
The actual damage of the weapon seeming just lost as it cuts through them.
oh.
The weapon still takes a -1 damage on it, though.
Well, that's annoying.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Because then I don't really have anything to do, anything I can do.
You can
Punch
shoot.
them.
Yeah, technically you can shoot them for bow. That's piercing, not
If you do
slashing.
it again, it might get small enough so you can stand in the square.
It might be.
Yeah, you could shoot them with a bow. That would be a valid option.
Squish them with your foot.
Suppose I could shoot them with a bow.
Piercing, not
That's it
slashing.
for now.
So. And you don't have to worry about damaging the bow because it's the arrow, it's not it.
Is the
Oh,
maul actually a reach weapon? Probably not.
Do what Hirando had to do. Eat them.
So we'll move down here and then up the other side to attack Riordan. For a critical.
Why do I always get critted every single session? My gosh.
Thankfully,
For all the acid.
Oh.
As that would technically be double 2.
Oh.
Incredible amount of acid.
Sure would be.
Just so much acid, though. For like 48 plus 5, which is 53 damage.
Well, he's dead.
yeah.
Unless Eldest takes the wound again.
Hold on. Oh wait, no, I can't do anything.
That certainly is it's time for a panic button.
I have no panic buttons for you.
Hold on.
Panic!
No, no, I only get a reroll on a save. This isn't a save, so yeah, I have nothing. I don't have inspiration or anything. I can't do anything really. This.
Eldith? Eldith, maybe? Another Eldith? Bullet
Can she
taking?
take another wound to take a hit?
How many of those can she take?
She can have a couple wounds before she dies.
Sure. I suppose we throw Eldith in the way again then.
Oh, in front of the halfling.
We pick her up
It
and
certainly does more than 10 damage, so she'll take a wound. He actually healed the last one, I see, so... She's
Well,
wounded again.
Yeah, I did specifically before the reason she healed the last one because I was feeding her extra food to do that. So.
So,
Oh, okay.
Alright, that's well spent.
Elle just flattens on me
throws
again.
yourself from Liam over there, yeah.
Also, instant death only happens if you reach negative your max hit points.
Yeah.
So, Riordan would have only been downed.
Okay.
But I
still would've
don't
been
have a
bad,
spell to get him up.
I have the
anymore.
only spell left.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah.
You have potions though, I'm sure. Right?
I think I gave mine to
Alright, well.
Gash, but
I have
This
2 potions.
pudding will go for Roland.
Face to the wall. I have 1 potion, so if I...
Wait, its brother gets the initiative check by himself.
Brother.
Yeah, that looks like a hit
Mm-hmm.
for 5 plus acid.
And I'm down.
21.
god
Well.
damn. Do you not have any more halving?
I've already panic dodged this turn.
Shit.
Zorilla.
I don't have any spells.
Can you feed him a potion while he's down from the corner there?
I don't have a potion.
I do.
Does he have a potion? You can use his.
I still have a greater
Yeah.
potion of healing.
I mean, it's a
Mushroom.
move action to retrieve the potion, then a standard action to feed it to him.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
So, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do.
Fuck it.
So
I'll
you
do it.
feed me the mushroom.
Yep. Take the mushroom. Eat it. Enjoy it.
And yes, the button actually worked because I've actually set it up.
Nice.
How neat. Roland wakes up on the floor with mushroom on him, and the ooze still like licking at his body, hoping to find some more sustenance. Yeah. This one will attack Gesh with disadvantage.
Well, that's 1 then.
Phew.
I
Gesh.
mean, we might have to run away here.
Yep, that's what I think.
I
Then
think
just
as well.
begin to get out of the way.
Well, Gesh will blast this guy. For all he can do.
That's 2 hits.
For 32 damage.
We need to retreat and get a long rest. So we have proper resources to take this on because this
yeah.
is far too dangerous.
I don't think we can take a long rest down here though.
Well, we have nowhere else to go though.
Maybe we can hang in there. I think I want to continue giving roll advantage.
Alright. Roland.
I will slice down with my sword of light.
Yeah, if you
Alright.
can kill that one to get Liam to get out, then we can do some stuff.
That is a hit.
15, that's a start.
I will
Not
then
much of it left.
I will then proceed to thrust forward with my magical short.
You
I don't know if
thrust with
11.
your magic sword, and that is 11 hits,
That is 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage. I keep thinking the short sword does. It's like disseminates, disperses as you stab it. I keep thinking the short sword is slashing damage, but it is not.
I will then proceed to move 1 square to the right.
Crawl.
Okay, I'm making space.
Well, you could stand up and then move. He has enough movement for that.
Yeah, you can stand up and move one.
All right. Well, this one here, we'll go for him. So I just shoot upon him. Nope. This one over here, we'll go for Gesh.
Nope.
Jesus, Kesh is just getting so lucky with
I'm
these.
lucky.
Reardon will disengage and move.
All right.
Moving through his companions easily enough. And move over here.
Sure.
Might be more oozes back there.
Well, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
that
you
is
can't
like
actually see
an
anything. You can see the edge of some
ooze lake.
nasty water.
Yep,
Alright.
it's fine.
Move up here. Draw out the maul as he moves up, because a maul isn't slashing.
His arsenal. This doesn't
Exactly.
work and this doesn't work.
Yeah, but that's something.
You know, it's a fighter.
Throwing weapons left
and
to
then
right.
he will smack it.
Oh, that is a terrible attack roll. That first one doesn't hit.
I will use my bardic inspiration on that one.
You can't. You can't.
Why
You
not?
shouldn't have that. It only lasts 10 minutes. You should have lost that after we fell down ages ago. I gave that to you in the last battle. Like,
Yes.
We did
That's-
get up
last
and
10 minutes.
It's fine for now. You haven't taken a short rest or anything. You just rushed.
All
it,
right.
I think. So.
yeah, we did just fall down and start moving again.
Which makes that a hit.
sure.
Probably a +1 there because the maul again is one of those reroll weapons, so it's a 25.
It is non-magical, so it takes 1 point of damage. And actually, also, I think I forgot before, but now that you're in melee with it, punching it melee, you do take a D8 worth of acid damage as well. As
Okay.
Oh yeah,
squirts
it
on you.
splatters on. Yeah.
Then you smack it.
God damn.
Just almost splattering it. Second attack, you're gonna push through with that too?
Is it dead?
No.
Then I will
Almost.
push through with that too.
Alright, well, that certainly hits, and it kills it. You will take another 6 damage. As
So much extra damage.
the mole will take another -1. At -5, it will break permanently. But
It's fine.
for now, that ooze is splattered.
And then he killed something, so he'll move up here. And with his cleave attack, swing on that one back there.
Alright.
It's a
That
20 to
hits.
hit for a 20, like a 20 damage then. Because it minuses 19 damage? 19 damage.
Yep.
20. No, wait. It's a +1 -2. Is a 20 damage.
And then it becomes a -3.
Yep.
Let's see. And also, he takes 1 point of damage. All the squirty ooze. This one has only one target now. It'll move here and try to ooze at Cyrilla. No.
Yes.
Cyrilla.
I'll do the one thing that I can really do, and hit it with my mace.
Alright. You
For
hit it
6.
6. And then you take 7 points of acid damage.
Oh my god.
You still have a hit point left. It's fine.
And I'll leave. I'll.
Go and squeeze against the grey ooze on the side. Yeah.
I should type on these things.
This one will attack Gesh with disadvantage.
I mean, that
Still
still hits.
6 plus 18, so 24.
Well, I do have resistance against acid.
The 18 is acid.
So I only take half. Amazing. I'm still almost dead, but I would have been more dead if I... it's not exactly pleasant.
You even keep your concentration.
Oh yeah,
Gesh.
2 18s. Well, Gash will retaliate with blasts.
Alright. That both hits. Surprising
Okay.
everyone.
For a total of 28.
28. Oh, it goes to its
There you go.
terrible ooze god.
We
And
might
then
actually kill them, guys.
As a free action, I will put the hex on this guy.
Can't see him.
That's true, though. So this guy.
Alright.
And Fingermuncher will continue helping Roland.
I actually.
I mean, the advantage barely matters here, because it's very hard to miss them.
It's very true. Roland has no interest in engaging the thing in melee anymore, though, given how much squirting's going on. That seems
I
problematic.
think I mean, it didn't happen with the piercing. Could
no,
just
it's
be the
just
bludgeon.
got it.
Yeah, the DM forgot.
Disengage and
okay.
range attack it.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to disengage with the cutting axe. Take one step back.
Burn it.
I'm going. I can't burn it. We got
Can't
told
burn
the
it.
area down. The
Like
dust
what?
down here would ignite if we did that.
Stale air, it'll blow up. We'll all die.
No, not blow up. It'll just use some oxygen.
Okay.
It's also
But
bad.
still, I'll just chill touch it because I have that as an option still.
I don't think they are susceptible to that.
Why not? Everything else is. The other
It's
oozes
cold
work.
damage, right?
What's that?
Is it cold damage? What
No, it's necrotic.
Okay, well,
I mean, the hex has been doing damage, and that's necrotic.
alright. Then that works, I
It
suppose.
does seem they can die.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
It doesn't really bleed. Well, I guess it bleeds on you, and it's
It
very
takes 15 points of necrosis.
All right. Oh, the sneaking necrosis, right in its ooze.
I like wither away a tentacle.
And it will try to pseudopod at Liam with disadvantage. Jordan.
Okay. Jordan will go here. And blast the black punning right in front of him, too.
All right.
For
Both hit.
19.
19. Blam.
And he will move back.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, might as well kill the thing in front of me, I suppose. Smack it with the maul.
Uh-huh.
It's the only thing that matters anymore.
Small smoking and sizzling.
Yep. Well,
All right, so 11 hits
yep.
for 24.
20. It's a +1 -3. So minus 2, 35. And then a crit for 40.
And then the mace
Minus
explodes.
Which
four.
kills the ooze, but leaves the mace's head.
Yes,
in.
the mace just dissolves at that last hit. Just.
These guys even dissolve wood, so.
All right. Well, mace is gone. Its maul is gone. It served its purpose.
Molly, no!
Molly. And then he will sort of move back here because it doesn't really necessarily want
Gesh
to
can take that one.
touch it. Yes, exactly. Gesh is doing so good so far.
No.
Here, attack Gesh.
Ooze. See?
Well, yeah.
Gesh is a
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
ninja.
How?
I mean, really, it's karma. You've been treating him so badly, so the universe is
gods,
like,
gods,
oh.
Jim has a bet on him not making it. Jim was like,
Ha!
I
Liam
can't,
took that bet. Yeah, I won't.
I don't know what to do here. I mean,
You want to stab it?
no,
Puncture a hole in it where it can sizzle you?
not really. Does it do that with just melee attacks?
Yep.
Just
Melee
okay.
stuff.
You could delay after Gash.
I got an
could you
idea.
aid? Could you
I got-
aid Gesh in attacking?
Can I?
You could, yeah.
I guess I'll aid Gash.
All right.
Okay.
Guess you have advantage on attack.
Gash will
And then a roll.
hex the ooze.
Mm-hmm.
And blast the ooze.
Well,
You
one
hit with
time
both
you
of
don't
those.
need advantage.
For 15-21.
It's still alive.
Ow!
Moving about.
Reordering quickly.
Oh my
Sneak
God.
necrotic.
Oh,
Roland, quickly.
Who?
Roland, do it.
And fourth, I will release the necrotic powers that possess to me.
Just do it.
Pew pew.
13.
Wow, that almost.
Yeah,
minimum
hey.
damage.
putting
They go for
dead
sneak
in the
attack.
room. Once again, it goes quiet.
Ugh.
More dripping and such coming.
How about a short rest here?
I could go for a short rest.
Yeah?
Who looks at
Yeah.
Short rest.
Liam looks
Hey,
at you
look,
and says,
We
"You'll
need a minute.
you'll keep an eye out, right? Probably rest."
you? Two.
Nods.
Turns
As he
them in
puts
different
one-
directions. Though he does stay behind, not wanting to accidentally, touch you, especially
Oh,
now.
that's very nice.
Seems like you don't like that. From other users.
Oh my god, I need a short rest so bad.
Alright, we'll take a short rest here.
Hang out here for an hour as the water slowly rises.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure. I mean, it seems to rise slowly enough that in an hour it's sort of just gone like knee high now.
Oh god.
So
Put chest on Riordan.
you can take your short rest now, and
That's
then I think actually we'll end it here for today. You can take your short rest.
I'm going to spend all my hit
Spend
dice.
some hit dice if you want.
All of
All
the
of
hit
them.
die.
Don't forget your D6.
There's nice music in the ooze
Sure.
place.
Nice music.
Three.
The black pudding's dissolving into the water that surrounds you. You can sort of smell a bad smell. It seems like staying in this water for a long time might make your equipment somewhat fragile.
Yeah. Well, Liam, that mole served a good purpose.
It was a worthy 7 gold pieces or whatever much it
Yep.
is.
Nah, it's 15 or something like that. I will,
Oh, you had a broken helmet too.
Yeah, it's kind of
Not
broken.
Much broken stuff.
Oh my
Goodbye, salty
god.
mole.
Oh, that was 2 really well rolled hit dice for me. I got a hit dice. I rolled a. I think I rolled a 6 and a 7 on my hit dice.
I rolled-
None and salty mole, my new single.
Did you do your D6 rolling?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 5, a 5, a 7, a 10, a 4, and a 3. Started off real bad with a 3 and then a 4. And I've still got some hit points to heal.
Oh, wait, technically, hex lasts for 8 hours, meaning I could. Nah, that's
Right?
probably too cheesy. Short
Yeah,
rest
if
usually
it
resets
lasts.
these things.
No, no,
it
if it lasts
lasts.
for 8 hours, you can concentrate on it.
Yeah, wow.
Let me see what the spell exactly says.
So
I don't know that short resting is something that I feel like that's not concentrating for the entire hour.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound very restful, but you can concentrate in the spell if you'd rather have that than a short rest.
no.
I'm okay
No,
with that.
I would rather
That's
not.
the long enough duration.
No. Take the rest.
So if I use one of my preserved lives, I can heal up to full as well as Roland and Liam.
If you don't waste any healing, then sure.
And it weighs 9.
That's a lot of healing.
That is a lot of healing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably waiting it.
It's
Only
like
the
a
last hit
quarter,
point matters anyway.
a quarter of someone's hit points.
So we stop here. You're standing. Probably don't want to sit in this water. So just
Nah.
leaning against stuff.
I mean, it's probably up to my waist at this point, so
Yeah,
I'll-
you're pretty small. It does like like your feet has been in this water for some time now, and sort of begins to tingle a little bit. The acid in the water, not quite that of an ooze, but certainly noticeable.
Hmm.
Long time.
And Gash probably doesn't care.
Riordan,
climb
do you
up on
Mostly
Lee-
fine, but
yeah,
his
Riordan, do you need
shoes,
carrying?
certainly does.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's not wearing shoes, but they would if he had some.
His clothing. He paid good money for that.
Yeah, his fancy clothing's getting all stained and discolored and beginning to sort of fall apart a little bit. Yeah.
Does Riordan want carrying?
I would like it, yes.
You can sit on Liam's shoulders.
We
I mean,
will end
sure.
it here for today.
I mean, the Wereheider can stick together.
All right.
Next week, I will probably not be here for the session on Saturday because my dad is turning 60 and there's going to be a big family dinner thing next Saturday.
I won't be here either because I'm working a night shift next Saturday.
I guess no session next Saturday then.
That does sound like what's going to happen. If we have 2 missing people.
It's okay. You know,
Yeah.
Manakai and I
We
can do
wanna-
other things.
It's true. It's true.
We could do that.
That I call it Project Orgy.
Fireball.
Something about oozes, just...
Riordan,
Calm down there, please.
hideous laughter. Just calm down. Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you get a bunch of XP, though.
Hooray!
Most from that bulette.
7,000
Oh, yeah.
each?
7,000.
Not quite. No, you get
Aw.
2,400 each.
Oh,
Ah.
that's actually a lot.
Not bad.
That's,
I guess the most you've gotten ever.
Isn't that
By a huge margin.
Isn't that then like just? Isn't that like nearly a third?
2,400.
that's a chunk. We've got like less than 5,000 to go.
Isn't that like a third of what we needed then?
No, it was about a quarter.
Okay.
Because we dug into it because we only had like 130 left from the previous session
Okay.
to level up to level 6. And then,
You're some way in there already.
yeah,
I
we
like
got
fast leveling.
like
I'm not
1,500. And then,
Right, plowed through a few things.
Just keep summoning food into the bullet.
that's the answer apparently.
Knew that spell would be useful.
Yeah, gonna keep it forever. My
Sure.
bullet policy.
Also, I can feel vindicated in my selection of Silent Image now for protecting Gesh with it.
Yep.
Finally, that's the first time you used a spell, right?
I haven't used many spells at all. I've used a few sleeps earlier on in the game,
I suppose.
but the problem just purely is a lot of my illusion spells are not that useful in creatures down here.
Well, on that note, I think
When
I'm
I
gonna
get
stop
my
streaming
second level spells, it'll be more useful because there'll be invisibility and blur, which will be
Yep.
really useful.
It's next level.
So, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.